Live from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, ESPN 360 presents college football. Tonight, Florida International battles the Bulls of South Florida. And tonight is also a battle between the Big East and the Sun Belt Conferences. Hello again, everybody. I'm Al Keck along with Doug Graber. And Doug, last week, these two teams were singing different tales. Florida International jumps out early on Middle Tennessee, but loses from there, drops a heartbreaker. USF comes up with the big second half to pull away from McNeese State.
You know, but I'll tell you what, the USF was down 10-7 late in the third quarter last week, and FIU could have easily won that football game last week.
Also, two completely different types of quarterbacks in this game. For Florida International, you've got the senior. You've got Josh Padrick. Meanwhile, for USF, a redshirt freshman making his first start in Matt Grothe.
Well, you can see the numbers here from last week. The thing I really like about Padrick, Al, is the ball really gets out of his hand fast. They have a great timing in their pass offense. Matt Grothe, he can run it, he can throw it. He's a redshirt freshman. He's an exciting young player.
And Grothe is the type of player that USF has been waiting for, and they've been looking for a quarterback like this.
Well, they've really struggled at that position for the last couple of years, and boy, I'll tell you, everybody here is really excited about Matt Grothe.
Both teams are coming off impressive performances defensively, and no doubt about this, both defenses are led by their linebackers. Keonvis Bowie leading the way for FIU, and Stephen Nicholas for USF.
And folks, you are really in for a treat tonight watching both of these young men. They can fly. They're vicious football players. They're smart football players. They both have an opportunity to go on and play at the next level for sure.
It'll be the South Florida Bulls looking to go 2-0 on the season. Home for Florida International from the Sun Belt. There's the head coach for FIU, former Dolphins quarterback Don Strock, 15-30 in his fifth season for the Golden Panthers. USF led by Jim Leavitt. Jim Leavitt and the Bulls coming off their first bowl game, 62-39 Leavitt in his 10th season here at USF, the 10th season of football for the USF Bulls. And Coach, let's talk about the keys to the game.
Yeah, well, certainly for FIU, they have to avoid sacks, and they've been good at that. They've got to get some turnovers to have a shot here tonight. For USF, they have to be able to run the football. They got a bunch of walk-ons at running back, but they got to be able to run it, and they somehow have to find a way to pressure Padrick.
And USF won the toss. The Bulls will defer to the second half. So Florida International will get the football as we are just about ready to get underway on a very sultry night at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Both teams played so well defensively 1 week ago. Again, defense, Coach, could be the key tonight.
They played extremely well last week. Both defenses played great last week.
Justin Tichy getting ready to kick off for the USF Bulls. Lionel Singleton back to receive for FIU. And it's a short kick taken at the 15-yard line, and the Bulls are immediately upon the ball carrier for FIU. So special teams, which played so well last week as well for USF, making a big play on the opening kickoff. There's your quarterback, Josh Padrick. All Sun Belt. Last year, the leading passer in the Sun Belt Conference last year. Last week, hit 21 of 38 for only 138 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. And you say, Coach, he takes extremely good care of the football.
He really does, and of course, he's got a great teacher in Don Strock, 17-year NFL veteran quarterback. They watch the timing of their passing game. The ball comes out fast.
And it's play action, quickly to the tight end. And the Bulls are right there to bring him down. This tight end is something else. Samuel Smith, 11 catches last week. Here's a look at the starting lineups for both teams. Offensively, Reams, the leading ball carrier a week ago for FIU. Again, Smith, 11 catches as a tight end. And the line up front for Florida International, as you can see, for the most part, with two freshmen and two sophomores, a very young offensive line.
Incredibly young offensive line right there.
No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. Again, quick drop, nearly intercepted.
Boy, Patrick St. Louis was all over that one. They're very fortunate that ball didn't go the other way right there.
Nobody in front of St. Louis. If he is heads up a little quicker, he strolls into the end zone. The defensive lineup for the USF Bulls, again, a very inexperienced and young defensive front, but Jim Levitt believes they're very athletic. Linebackers lead the way for USF. Stephen Nicholas, one of the tops in the Big East. And experienced, a very good secondary for USF. Trey Williams with an interception a week ago. The draw play, very little running room for Reams, and it looks like the Bulls are going to force a 3 and outs.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that was this South Florida defense. I'll tell you, these kids all can really run, and it's really fun to see them converge on the football.
Chris Cook standing at his 10-yard line. He will punt it away for Florida International. And back to receive for USF, Ian Randolph. Second right now in the Big East in punt returns, averaging 11 yards per return.
Boy, he's fun to watch. I tell you, he's a jitterbug back there. He is really quick.
And this is a short kick that Randolph will simply watch bounce out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So the USF Bulls will get it going from there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, this whole stadium they are really anxiously watching Matt Grothe. They were so excited last week. It's been a struggle, and he was really exciting. He didn't look like a freshman last week when he played, but this is his first start.
And there he is, Matt Grothe, Lake Gibson High School in Lakeland, not that far away from the USF campus. A redshirt freshman. He will take the snap here, his first start at USF, and he drops back to the shotgun, calling an audible at the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds on the play clock. Grothe with time. Finds Marcus Edwards near the 40. Edwards hit immediately, so a small gain for USF.
And now that's a surprise. Florida International came out with a 3-man set. They didn't rush it, or they rushed 3. They dropped 8 in coverage, and I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of that.
The starting lineups for South Florida, a very young group of running backs. Benjamin Williams, a walk-on, getting the start. He had a big game in his debut, and the offensive line, again, very young for South Florida. 5-yard gain, second down and 5, but call it a long 5, just outside the 40-yard line. And this is the USF offense. They will adjust at the line of scrimmage. Another quick drop, and again, it's Edwards near the 50, knocked out of bounds, good for a first down. So Grothe 2 for 2.
And I'll tell you what, that was an audible. He saw something. Check it out right here. He saw this blitz coming, and he went right to the outcut right away. But what a great adjustment by the young freshman. He saw that blitz coming. Outstanding.
Now, what's interesting about Grothe, he came into the game last week. Pat Jomis was driving the team down the field. They get inside the 20. Jomis goes out with an injury. Grothe comes in and immediately leads this offense into the end zone.
He sure did. And this is a 2 tight end set now, which is unusual for South Florida. That means they're going to run it, and they do.
Here's Benjamin Williams. Very little running room, just over the 50-yard line. And among the tacklers for Florida International, Antoine Barnes. Barnes with a huge game last week against Middle Tennessee. He had 4 sacks, and there he is. He's a 6'1 senior. He's always around the football. But again, the linebackers here at FIU, just like USF, some of the best around in their conference. Bowie, one of the top players in the country, period. And here's a look at the secondary. 1-yard gain.
There's Antoine
Second down
Barnes
and 9.
right there.
Grothe, quick drop. And again, looking for Edwards. He has that all day long, close to first down yardage.
Well, the key is, though, the ball is really coming out fast, and he's making excellent decisions. He's reading the coverage. And if this goes like this, Edwards is going to have 15, 20 catches tonight, Al. Take a look at it. See, real quick, and the ball's out of his hand. I love that. That is the most important thing with quarterbacks, especially young ones. They got to get the ball out of their hand. They have to read and make quick decisions. No indecisiveness on his part. He's making great reads.
Now, so far, what we've seen from Grothe is what you expected to see from Patrick. Quick passes.
A reversal of everything that we thought we would see.
3rd down and 3. The first 3rd down play for USF today. Grothe with the swing pass. That was behind the line of scrimmage and called a lateral.
And that was heads up by Walt Smith right there, because a lot of times a running back will feel like, they missed the catch and just let it go. Heads up on his part. Take a look at it right here. This is definitely behind the line of scrimmage. And you can't throw it any better than that. He just took his eyes off the football. Again, USF really, take a look at it again now.
And he put it in a perfect spot to where he could have gone upfield. And that is definitely a drive breaker.
Yeah, and that is not an easy throw to make, believe it or not. He put it right where it should have been. Walt Smith, son, look the football in.
The Bulls all over.
Look out.
And then all of a sudden, here comes Chandler Williams with the convoy. And Chandler Williams is going to take it all the way for a touchdown. No flags down, and just like that, FIU has struck first.
Chandler Williams is a senior. He is an outstanding wide receiver. He knows what he's doing. A missed tackle, and everybody kind of relaxed on the coverage team. And boy, that was, you could just see it building. Take a look at it. Trey Williams misses the tackle right there. Oh, that could have been a clip, but I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good job. And he is down the sideline, and right now it is over. Trey Williams getting blocked again. Wow. So unbelievable.
Special teams, which had been so special for USF last week, and the Bulls get burned thanks to an 83-yard punt return. And for the second time this season, Florida International on the point after try, Chris Patullo misses. He missed last week, and that cost Florida International the victory at Middle Tennessee State. But it's Florida International striking first with the big play on the punt return, 6-0 Golden Panthers. This crowd suddenly very quiet here at Raymond James Stadium. Don Strock's Golden Panthers from FIU striking right here.
And there's the missed tackle right there by Trey Williams, and they really lost the integrity of their lanes, and that block right there was the key. Long snapper Bordeaux not going to be able to make a play in the open field. Bad decision right there to let the ball get outside. Should have forced it back inside.
83 yards on the punt return and a 6-0 lead. How about Patullo missing both of his point after tries this season? That's going to come back and haunt this football team.
Yeah, that's who's kicking off right there. And he was the punter last year, and now he's the place kicker. By the way, his brother played at USF. But I'll tell you, that's shocking to miss 2 extra points for a veteran kicker.
And Patullo puts it deep at the goal line. USF on the return, taking it out to the 20-yard line. Taurus Johnson. So USF, which moved the football with a pair of first downs the first time it touched the football, messed up a third down play, had to punt away. That set up the Williams return. Will now get a 1st and 10 at the 20, suddenly down 6-0.
Well, special teams, especially early in the season, special teams are really a key thing, because a lot of these guys are really playing for the first time that are on the special teams early in the season like this, and there were some bad mistakes in lane coverage on that one.
USF on the run. That is Walt Smith. Smith with a small gain.
Al, when you think about it, it's amazing that 10 years ago, neither one of these universities even had football teams. USF in their 10th season, Florida International in their 5th season. But I'll tell you what makes it happen. All the athletes in the state of Florida. Both these teams are pretty darn good.
And both these teams are loaded with Florida players that did not make it at the University of Florida or Florida State or Miami, but still football players that can play at the Division I level. Flag is down. Williams breaks it outside over the 25-yard line.
I think that Florida International got just a little bit quick on getting off on the football radar. I think this offside is going to be against them. Their right end or linebacker coming from outside, he jumped it just a little bit. Let's see if that's the call. Yep.
Alexander Bostic coming across that right side.
And of course, the interesting thing about Grothe is he had 2 1,000-yard seasons rushing the football in high school as well. So he can run it. He can run the option. He's got excellent instincts in the option and on the quarterback draws and on their nakeds and all that stuff, and good speed.
2nd down and 1. Williams gets the 1st down and more over the 30 to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice job of Williams, hitting it north and south. He's a little bit short in stature, but he's put together. Look at him right here, and he showed a nice burst there. And, of course, the thing I like the most, that ball was going north and south.
Benjamin Williams, a sophomore out of Lake Wales. Grothe with time, takes off. Near the 40-yard line, pulled down there. Antoine Barnes, another tackle for Florida International. Barnes, 4 sacks last week against Middle Tennessee, and this defense for the Golden Panthers gave up only 175 yards last week and lost.
Yeah, and there you see Keonvis Bowie right there. Interesting story. Out of Pahokee, Florida. Went to Boston College, didn't care for it, transferred, didn't know where he was going. He left Boston College and decided on Florida International.
Matt Grothe getting the 1st down all by himself, ran into his offensive lineman, and that's the only thing that stopped him.
You know, the one thing I've noticed right off the bat here, left tackle Jared Carnes struggled last week. He made his first start last week, struggled, but he really has looked outstanding here in this drive.
1st and 10 from the 47. FIU with the lead at 6-0. A swing pass, this time to the wide receiver, and Amari Jackson is just leveled. Lionel Singleton coming up to make the big hit.
Yeah, and you're going to see right here, Benjamin Williams is supposed to block him right there, and he missed him. And he might be able to run the football, but he's got to learn how to block. Take a look at it right there. There you see, he's just missed the block.
We call that the Ole block.
Yeah, the look out. Look out! Look
Yes.
out!
So a loss of 4 in the play. 2nd down and 14 at the 43. Grothe with the quarterback draw. And Bowie pulls him down near the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
You know, the South Florida team is interesting to me, Al. I mean, they have a lot of talent. Boy, they are really, really young. They should be a team that improves dramatically as the season progresses. They played 22 players played last week who had never been on a college field before. And there you see Jim Leavitt, and man, I'll tell you, he has done a fantastic job in building this program. Went to a bowl game already, unbelievable.
In year 9 of football, 3rd down and 10 at the 47. Grothe, good protection over the middle. Looking for Ian Randolph, overthrows him, and that'll set up 4th down. And the last time the USF Bulls punted the football away, Chandler Williams takes it back 83 yards for a touchdown.
And I did not like Ian Randolph right there. He stopped on the route, and that is a good way to get a football intercepted. Don Strock, you know, I coached against him when he was playing, and I was, I think, at Kansas City when he was still playing for Miami. I was coaching the secondary, so... God, he's got gray hair. That must mean I'm really old. I don't know.
Chandler Williams back to receive. Delbert Alvarado with the punts.
Good hang time on this one. No return here.
And that's right about the last spot where he caught a punt. But he took that one. He took the first one back for a touchdown. Instead, on this one, he takes a fair catch, and FIU will have the football right there. FIU with the lead on the early punt return for the touchdown. 6-0 Golden Panthers. 7:06 left to go here in the first quarter, and the USF Bulls are trailing FIU by a score of 6-0. You can see the clouds around Raymond James Stadium, and the fans here, they really don't care anything about the weather. Chance of rain here. We have seen some lightning bolts outside the stadium, but so far, no rain tonight inside Raymond James.
Yeah, you never know, you know, but there's been some vicious lightning, I'd say, within probably about 5 or 6 miles, so we'll keep a close eye on it.
And let's face it, games all over college football have been delayed these first couple of weeks because of lightning.
How about Michigan? today. Their game was delayed. I think first time in the history of that university that, of course, down here in Florida, we get kind of used to it.
FIU with the lead at 6-0. We'll start at the 18-yard line. The touchdown on a long punt return by the Golden Panthers. USF showing blitz, and here it comes. Ned tries to turn the corner, and Stephen Nicholas will stop it right there.
Well, I'll tell you, Stephen Nicholas is something else. He has been a great player here. He thought about coming out last year, but luckily for South Florida, decided not to. He's the son of a minister from Jacksonville, Florida. There you see Ben Moffitt right there from Sumter. And I'll tell you, this whole linebacking core, wow, these guys can really play.
But that has been the MO for South Florida football. Yeah. They have always had excellent, speedy, very athletic linebackers.
They surely have.
1 yard gain on the play, 2nd down and 9 from the 19-yard line. Patrick to the air, under pressure, and he's pulled down.
Boy, the young defensive front, they started growing up in the fourth quarter last week, and now they're really starting to take off.
Richard Klebert, 6 tackles for loss last week for USF, and the sack right here. Patrick never had a chance.
No, he really didn't. And of course, remember now, these are all young kids playing. The front for South Florida is all young. They got 2 freshmen starting in that offensive line for Florida International. These are a bunch of young kids, boy, and you never know what they're going to do.
A 7-yard loss near the 10-yard line at the 12. 3rd down and 16. Ahmad Ned again trying the right side, and very little running room. A host of tacklers for USF. Among those leading the way, Jeremy Burnett, 6 tackles last week, the 2nd leading tackler for USF. He leads the way and making the stop.
Yeah, and Richard Klebert was there again. He's a young junior from Miami Edison High School. There you see Coach Levitt. Really, Jim Levitt coaches almost all the special teams here. He's very involved in every phase of the game, but especially those special teams.
Chris Cook back to punt, standing near his goal line. Ian Randolph standing near midfield. Nearly blocked at the 50. Here's Randolph. Cuts up left side.
Look out.
Randolph at the 30.
Look out.
And there goes Randolph looking to tie this football game with another punt return for a score.
Boy.
But 2 blocking fouls at the 5-yard line will bring it back.
Mike Jenkins, I think, is the one, number 4, that they're going to call on it. And really, it was a block he didn't have to make, and that drives you nuts as a coach.
So it was a case of anything you can do, I can do better. A 50-yard punt return for what appeared to be a sure touchdown being brought back by blocking fouls.
Let's see who they called it on. I think it was Mike Jenkins, number 4.
Well, there were a couple of guys down there that made poor blocks.
Personal foul, blocking below the waist. Number 4 on the return team. That's a 15-yard penalty. First down.
No, that's a good call. I mean, he clearly blocked below the waist. Wasn't even close. Take a look at Randolph. Now, we told you earlier, this guy is a jitterbug. He is really quick. Really quick. Nice move back to the outside. Right. Oh, good block right there by Burnett. Now, watch this right here. By number 4, right. Oh, that's a clip and a block below the waist. That was foolish. He would have scored without it. That was really a terrible mistake by Mike Jenkins.
But the USF Bulls will get the football at the 19-yard line. Excellent field position. But still, if you're Jim Levitt, you have to be frustrated. You had the tie right there with your own special teams touchdown. But a mistake by a couple of players here that should not have made blocks that they still tried to make. Penalties, and USF, however, will still get decent field position.
Well, you know, you applaud the effort of Mike Jenkins, but just a really bad decision. I mean, there's not an official in the world that's going to miss that call. And boy, he had a heck of a game last week, and he is an outstanding cover corner. Made a mistake, and unfortunately made a mistake where everybody in the world could see it. Al, can you imagine both scores on punt returns? Well, of course, the one was brought back, but I'll tell you, this Ian Randolph, man, he is fun to watch back there for South Florida.
1st and 10, USF looking to counter. Walt Smith not able to get the running game going at all.
And of course, this is a very, very young offensive line for the Bulls, South Florida here tonight. Take a look at the play. I mean, there was just nowhere to go here. The backside tackle got beat badly. That was Danny Tolley. Oh, that was Mark Dial. We did not expect to see Mark Dial in the game tonight at right tackle, but boy, he really got beat badly on the slant move right there.
And it is a loss of 3. Now at the 22-yard line, 2nd and long. Complete to Smith. He goes over the 20-yard line as we saw a large bolt of lightning right outside Raymond James Stadium.
Amazing that there are so many walk-on players that are playing tonight. Ian Randolph is a walk-on. Walt Smith, walk-on. There are 12 walk-on players who are going to see action for South Florida. That's a great thing for these young guys. You know, and I, as a coach, I always loved walk-ons, and I give them every opportunity to play. It means something to them.
3rd down and 9. Grothy, all kinds of time, steps up. Had 2 receivers in the neighborhood. He had Marcus Edwards and Torres Johnson passing complete. So the Bulls, who appeared to tie the game on the 50-yard punt return, that called back because of penalty, will now have to settle for a field goal try.
Yeah, and you called it, Al. The issue on that play was there were 2 receivers in the same vicinity. Obviously, somebody was wrong. You make mistakes like that, you're going to make turnovers. No question about it.
Mike Benzer in to attempt the 35-yard field goal. He's 0 for 1 on the season. Good snap, good hold, and he may have pulled it left.
Yep, he sure did.
No good. So USF extremely frustrated. First of all, having a punt return going 50 yards for an apparent touchdown called back because of penalty. Now they still start at the 19-yard line and not able to get anything out of it because of a missed field goal try.
Yeah, and of course, you know, that was a horrible mistake, really, by Mike Jenkins, because that should have been an easy score there. Now you see Mike Benzer trying to explain it to Coach Levitt. Mike, don't even try. He's not going to hear it. He's not hearing any of it. I've listened to kickers and punters I don't even know what they're talking about.
So instead, FIU, dodging a bullet, will get the football at the 20-yard line, and Don Strock's defense so impressive. Last week at Florida International, at Middle Tennessee, doing a fine job so far for Florida International this season. Padrick going deep. Trey Williams in coverage, and Trey Williams gets his 2nd interception of the season. Wow. Trey Williams, step for step, with the man that scored the touchdown for FIU, Chandler Williams. And how about Trey Williams taking it away for USF?
Absolutely perfect position. Take a look at it here. Gets his head back. He's got on the inside pad, judges the football. That young guy has really had 2 outstanding games in a row. It's a pretty good throw. It's just very, very well played defensively. And Coach Rich Rachel, who coaches the cornerbacks, he'll be proud of him right there.
South Florida getting the football right back. Ball marked at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Williams on the run. This FIU defense gave up very little running room last week, only 92 yards rushing by Middle Tennessee State, and very little in the running game tonight for the USF Bulls.
You know, and of course, FIU plays in the Sun Belt Conference. They were the 4th place team in that conference last year. And I tell you, for those of you who are not familiar with the Sun Belt, pretty darn good football teams in that conference, I promise you.
No gain on the play, 2nd down 10. Grothy on the keeper.
Boy, I'll tell you, the South Florida offensive line is just flat getting handled up front tonight by Florida International. No question about it. They are just flat getting handled.
Justin West on the tackle for FIU.
That's Walter Walker right there at 75. You saw Mark Dial is at right tackle. He was injured last week. We did not expect him to play tonight. Jared Carnes at left tackle.
3rd down and 8 at the 40-yard line. USF tried to take advantage of that Trey Williams interception. Grothe under pressure. Grothe will take off. Grothe, first down, yardage and more over midfield to the 45-yard line of FIU.
That's the extra ingredient that this young guy brings to the table. I mean, that was a 3rd and 9, no place to go with the football. He's just an instinctive football player. You know, he sees the opening, he knows the situation. Well, he about gets his head taken off here at the end. He'll learn eventually to get down on the ground a little quicker. Wow, he took a shot right there.
Good for 15 yards and a first down. Now the option, the pitch. On the carry for USF, Keely Dorsey.
Ball definitely came out. Well, we've already seen 3 running backs tonight already for USF.
Robert Mitchell with the football, and FIU will get the football, so both teams trade turnovers.
Wow. You know, and I got to say this, I really don't like playing this many running backs early in the game. Take a look, Keely Dorsey, this is his first carry. He's loose with the football, no question about it. Ball came out. Excellent job playing defense by FIU.
Moses Plancher, a redshirt freshman, was supposed to be the man for USF, but he injured a knee on the opening drive last week, so he is out for the season. And so the Bulls are looking to find a guy to step up to take that job, and this is the 3rd running back they've used tonight.
Yeah, they're auditioning, you know, in rather tough circumstances. You'd rather go through all this in practice to see who's the best, but they're trying to find a running back.
That's Reams, the ball carrier. Finds a little room over the right side. George Selvey, the stop for the South Florida Bulls.
You know, of course, USF came into this game as a prohibitive favorite in the game, but I'm going to tell you what now, Florida International, they come and play on both sides of the football. That's the first time they've really had a good push for their offensive line.
2nd down and 6 at the 43. Florida International with the 6-0 lead. Time winding down in the opening quarter. Play action, no. They hand off Reams, and Reams tries to cut it back, but USF right there, ready and waiting. George Selvey with the hit for USF.
George Selvey, another young guy, redshirt freshman out of Pensacola Pine Forest High School, 6'4", 255. You know, this young South Florida front now, they're not very big, but boy, they can run out.
They can run sideline to sideline, so you can't really do anything around the corners on this defense.
No, that was a bad mistake. You know, anytime you try to bounce the ball outside against this defense, nah, it's not going to work. They're just too quick, too fast. They run the football so well. Wally Burnham, defensive coordinator, has really got them running sideline to sideline.
We expected a defensive ball game, and we have that so far. FIU with an 83-yard punt return. That is a difference in this ball game. The Golden Panthers lead 6-0 over the USF Bulls. And you can see the clouds surrounding Raymond James Stadium. Every now and then you will see a bolt of lightning, but nothing serious so far. The only serious thing we've had is that 83-yard punt return by Florida International and a 6-0 lead for the Golden Panthers.
Let's take a look at some of these now miscues. Right here you see a great return by Ian Randolph. And you're going to see a clip and a block below the knees right there by Mike Jenkins. Terrible mistake right there.
And so South Florida is a 35-yard field goal and not able to hook on there. And then USF on the run and a fumble here.
Boy, young players, I'd say that's a young kicker kicking really. It just did his 2nd game. That's a running back, I think, with his 3rd carry in college football. And there you see, that's why some of these coaches, you know, it gets frustrating with young players. You just don't know for sure what you're going to get.
So a big 3rd down play for the South Florida defense. 3rd down and 6 from the 43. Patrick, quick block. Pass incomplete.
Well, that was there you see Coach Stride. Wait. That was, the quarterback read blitz, got rid of the football. The receiver did not break off the route, and there's Don Strocker said, wait a minute. Did you not see the blitz?
Don Strock, of course, played 14 years for the Miami Dolphins. Excellent backup quarterback. Had some huge games for the Dolphins, filling in for some pretty good quarterbacks as well.
Yeah, I guess so, Dan Marino.
Cook with a low punt. Randolph with room.
Watch out.
At the 25.
Look.
A block. Randolph again on the run. He has a seam. Jenkins looking for a block. And does this one work? Randolph, a touchdown for USF. This one counts.
Wow. Now Randolph, I'll tell you now, he is dangerous back there. He's something else. 2 punt returns for touchdowns.
And one of them is good. And again, ironically, it's Mike Jenkins.
Take a look at it now. He is just so quick. Look at that. He is really tough in space. He's much quicker than he is fast. But watch Mike Jenkins right here. Now he's going to stay up. He does a great job of just shielding him off. Beautiful job by Jenkins. Boy, you love to see that as a coach. A young man make a mistake and then come back.
And just like that, this ball game is tied. But USF able to convert on the point after. Mike Benzer with the honors, and the South Florida Bulls take the lead at 7-6. How many times have you seen that where a punt returner takes one back for a touchdown, it is called back by penalty, and then right here he gets another opportunity, and watch what happens.
That's it. Oh, nice block right there. Makes a miss right there. We've got a lot of lightning around the stadium tonight, but we've got some lightning in the stadium in the name of Ian Randolph right here. Great job by Jenkins. Just screens him off. Terrific punt return. That was a low punt, by the way. No hang time. You better get the ball up in the air for that guy.
Nate Allen with the initial block to open up the lane for Randolph, and Randolph takes advantage, and that time, that man, Mike Jenkins, is not called for the final block right before he goes into the end zone on a penalty. And Don Struck has to wonder, okay, what hit me here? Now, we had a 3rd down play where the quarterback read the wrong thing, and then we pumped the ball away. I had a 6-0 lead. Now I'm down 7-6.
If this game keeps going this way, we are going to set an NCAA record for punt return yardage in one football game.
Well, you would have to think if Randolph's first punt stands, he would have it all by himself.
Yeah, absolutely. And and let's not forget the return by Chandler Williams. That was a missed tackle right there. And you know what happened on that one, Al? Everybody kind of relaxed because they thought that he had the tackle made. Well, that's what happens when you relax.
7-6, the South Florida Bulls have brought this crowd to life. And there's Josh Padrick, the senior out of Merritt Island. He will lead this offense back on the field for FIU, looking to get that lead back.
If I'm a young quarterback and I have a chance to go and play for Coach Strock and really get all the benefits of all of his experience as a player and as a coach, that's a terrific way to learn how to play the quarterback position. They have a young redshirt freshman that he really likes. His name is Paul McCall. I don't know if we'll see him tonight or not, but Coach Strock is really high, and boy, good kick.
Deep into the end zone, Justin Tichy, and so FIU will get the football at the 20-yard line. No chance for a return there. And FIU for the first time tonight now down.
And let's see if this young FIU offensive line, these kids should get better and better now as the season progresses. But boy, they've got to grow up in a hurry here.
Let's check out these 2 quarterbacks so far, and so far, it's hard to say which one is the senior and which one is the redshirt freshman.
Yeah, of course, 5 for 7, pretty good. 1 for 4, not too hot by Josh Padrick.
And that doesn't take into account Grothy's ability to run the football, which has been key for that USF offense. Patrick at the 20-yard line. Again, a quick drop, and this time he finds a wide receiver. Chandler Williams, who scored the touchdown on the punt return with a decent gain on first down.
Yeah, and that was a slant pass, and I tell you, Trey Williams just fell down. I mean, he went to make the cut on it. He read the route. Take a look at it right here. And it was just a slant, straight combination, and you can see Trey Williams, he's not even in the picture. That's because he's on the ground back there about 5 yards back. He just simply slipped.
That's good for an 8-yard gain. Second down and 2. Patrick St. Louis very slow getting up. He's now leaving the ball game. Appears to be all right. A little frustrated.
Yeah. And that's Sam Miller, 56, young guy out of Bushnell, replacing him. Hope he's not hurt very bad. That's his name. You know his nickname?
What's that?
Bullet Head.
Bullet Head.
Bullet Head. What a nickname for a linebacker.
I think I can visualize why.
Yeah.
Second down and 2 for FIU. Bulls showing blitz. Here they come. Ahmad Ned able to turn the corner left side, and he has enough for a first down.
They lost the point of attack on the blitz right there, and somebody that they did not keep their outside pad free and got caught up inside. A nice job by Ahmad Ned getting the ball outside, getting the first down. Patrick St. Louis back into the game, Al.
Ball marked 31-yard line. First and 10 from there for FIU. One of the rare times tonight that FIU has gotten a first down against this USF defense. Ned again.
Whoa.
He is met by Patrick St. Louis.
This linebacker core for USF, St. Louis, Moffitt, and Stephen Nicholas, boy, I'll tell you, they can really, and they're all smart football players. And look at the build on that guy. He's got some biceps, and there's Moffitt right. They call him Papa. He's got 2 young children. And, of course, Nicholas on the outside. Man, that is some linebacker core right there.
Gain of 1 on the play. Second down and 9. South Florida with the lead at 7-6. Under pressure. Patrick gets away from one man. Finds a receiver wide open. That's Williams. Good for a first down. Now that's what you want from your senior quarterback.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you expect. He doesn't panic in that situation. Spins away. He knows where Williams is going to be, and he hits him on the sideline. Take a look at it. Boy, he's all over him. That was Selvey. He knew right where Williams was going to be on the sideline and hit him perfectly. Al, this is going to be a heck of a football game. You can just see this building coming. I'll tell you, and FIU, this team came to play. These are all Florida kids. I think there's only 5 players on both teams that are not from the state of Florida.
From
total.
The 47, Ned. Nowhere to hide.
Boy, Woody George and Selvey, these young freshman linemen are starting to kind of crank it up now. Actually, a loss of 2 on that play.
Sets up second down and long.
That was Alan Cray right there, number 94, 6 foot 295 junior out of Lake City.
Boy, Patrick has put up some impressive numbers over his career.
Oh,
More than
really
7,000 yards, probably closing in on 7,400 yards, 34 touchdowns. That's after 3 seasons. From the 45, second and long, pass complete and coming up to make the tackle. That's Trey Williams.
Yeah, that's the other tight end, Andy Anderson, out of Deerfield Beach. Nice job, Al, of reading blitz and getting rid of 3. Here comes the blitz. Look at 1, 2, 3, ball gone. That's what I'm talking about, getting the ball out of your hands right there.
Trey Williams giving up a whole lot of size, but he cut the big tight end right down to his shin bone.
He's still adjusting his helmet. Wait a minute now. Is everything still there? Oh, yeah, okay.
Was that a truck or a train?
Yeah.
Either way, he stopped him.
Yeah.
Third down and 7 at midfield. Florida International with its first real drive offensively. Another quick drop. Williams. And the Bulls are right there. Guess who? Trey Williams to pull him down.
All over that one. That ball came out fast, but I'll tell you what, this defense runs fast and gets to the football fast as well. Yeah, and that was Tyler Roberts, the nickelback, also in on the play. Look out, Mr. Randolph is
All
back
right,
there.
now the most exciting part of this football game so far, the punt game, punt return game.
No. Randolph.
Amari Jackson is in to receive. Makes you wonder if Randolph is standing on the sidelines, helmet off, if he's all right. He may be winded after taking 2 of those punts back for touchdowns. This is a high punt. Jackson pulls it down at the 18-yard line, trying to cut it back, and he may have some room if he can beat one man. Jackson running 40 yards to gain about 4.
And a flag on the play, which is not unusual when a guy runs all over the field like that. You're normally going to find a hanky out there someplace.
The South Florida Bulls have had their problems with injuries already in this very young season. If there's anything Jim Leavitt does not want, is to lose a senior like Randolph, who's made some big plays. But he's coming back on the, let's see, no, that was 30. We'll look to see if he's coming out with the offense.
Well, we're still waiting to get this sorted out. It was a block in the back, I believe.
During the return, block in the back. Number 26 on the return team. That's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
That was Tyler Roberts, the nickel back. See, Coach Lev, take a look. Let's see. We're looking for 26. Not there. And that's a nice job of not making a block right there. Oh, can't see it. But, you know, when you get a guy kind of running back and forth across the field, you're normally going to get a block in the back someplace.
Penalties really have not been a problem for either team, but the penalties the Bulls have had have really been costly.
Yeah, the crucial penalties on this one is field position. Had a nice talk with Don Strock this week, and he's really a gentleman. And you know, this has been tough starting this program and going this fast from 1AA to 1A, and the schedule they have to play. They got Maryland coming up, Miami coming up, Alabama coming up. He just said, you know what, you just have to have a lot of patience with this program. And boy, it's not easy. I talked to some of the assistants before the game, and that was a bitter loss last week, that was for sure.
Well, that coming in the Sun Belt Conference, anytime you go on the road in your season opener in a conference game and you have an opportunity to win it and you don't get it, you're extremely frustrated coming home.
Especially the way they lost it. They had the lead, they had a stop, they had a sack on the touchdown drive. Boom, 4th down, they're off field, not so fast. A player celebrating the sack, got a 15-yard penalty. That led to the winning touchdown drive by Middle Tennessee State.
And Florida International also missed a point after try after a touchdown, much like tonight. So FIU, 2 touchdowns on the season, and twice the kicker has not been able to convert.
And they had a heck of a fight with Tropical Storm Ernesto last week. They had to leave on Tuesday to go to Tennessee. I mean, they had a tough week last week.
So South Florida backed up near the 10-yard line. They'll mark this at the 12. 1st and 10 from there. Walt Smith, the lone ball carrier in the backfield, and movement up front for USF. Looks like Devin Gordon.
Yep, and they were lining up in a blitz look. He was about to make an audible, and Devin Gordon. Just got a little bit antsy.
So they'll move it back to the 7-yard line, and 1st down and 15 from there. I do not see Randolph on the field. In fact, I don't see him on the bench. Randolph with the big punt return to counter for the South Florida Bulls. And the Bulls do not want to lose him. Under center, Walt Smith runs into his own lineman. He's barely able to get it up to the line of scrimmage.
And this young offensive line is kind of getting stuffed a little bit right now by this veteran Florida International defense. And this is where you're really going to find out now. You got a redshirt freshman quarterback, ball's on your own 8-yard line, 2nd and about 14. I'll tell you what now. Let's see what the young man can do.
And this is where you have to be extremely careful. Taking care of the football, the utmost of importance right here. Quick drop. Grothy picked off, and what did we say An easy touchdown for FIU. Robert Mitchell. Easy pickings, and now a celebrating flag comes out. That may be the second time this season that FIU has been flagged for something like this.
Actually, there were two flags that came, one early and one late. Have to be celebration. Boy, the young freshman, we just talked about it, Al. He made a horrible mistake right there. Quick throw in the corner, read it all the way, corner all over it.
After the play, unsportsmanlike, number 17 on the return team, the touchdown is good.
So now this makes this point after try even more difficult for Florida International.
Let's see if we can see what happened right here. Well, they don't like to dive into the end zone. You know, they used to get away. That's the NFL deal, you know, and that's the influence of the NFL, and they just not going to accept that in college football.
So Patullo, 0 for 2 so far in the season on point afters. Will try to make his first, and does. And now FIU with the lead at 13-7. 9:21 left to go before halftime. Don Strock's Golden Panthers and a defensive touchdown. 13-7 FIU. Welcome back to Tampa. You can see the lightning surrounding Raymond James Stadium. Florida International with its own type of lightning. The 13-7 lead over South Florida after a punt return for a touchdown and now an interception for a touchdown. So the penalty tacked on, and FIU will kick off from the 20-yard line.
And now I'm trying to see if that is Ian Randolph act there. I kind of think it is.
I believe it is, along with Johnson, Taurus Johnson, and they're not going to take any chances. They just put it on the ground, and South Florida not able to come up with it. They'll just pounce on it at the 40-yard line. Let's take another look at the interception for the score.
Okay, this is Robert Mitchell right here. This is a three-step throw. He read the quarterback. He sat on it right there. That's just a great job by the corner, reading the three-step throw. And of course, you know, he looked at it all the way with his eyes. Take a look at it. 1, 2, 3, ball gone. That's just a great effort by Robert Mitchell, the corner. Terrific job by him.
So the South Florida Bulls, decent field position at the 41. 1st and 10 from there. Once again, they trail now at 13-7.
And Al, what I would look for, if they're going to sit on the three-step throws, then you're going to see the ball going down the field to some of these wide receivers.
The option, Grothy pushing an offensive lineman out of the way, and Grothy gets the gain up to the 45-yard line. 4-yard run, that'll set up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, and that was Mark Dial, the offensive tackle. Of course, he had a knee injury last week, and he looks a little bit tentative to me tonight. And I believe it was his right knee, and he's just not getting much push off right there. He was the player that Grothy had to kind of push off his back to you know, get some movement.
The Bulls have had success with the option so far tonight. Does this option, that type of running attack, work against this kind of defense?
Well, it's certainly what you're going to see is that when you run option, you are not going to see as many blitzes. That's for sure.
From the 45, Grothy with time. As a receiver, good for 1st down yardage. Amp Hill. That's his 3rd catch this young season.
Yep, that's the veteran transfer from Louisiana Tech. Take a look at it right here. And that was a 4-man rush, no blitz, and that's a 215-pound Amp Hill making a nice play, finding the soft spot in the zone.
Hill from Jacksonville, he's a sophomore. Good gain. Now at the 41-yard line, South Florida on the march again. They trail 13-7. Neither offense has been able to find the end zone. It's been all returns, punt returns and interception returns. Grothy again, he's got room. He'll take off over the 40, and he's nailed by Robert Mitchell, who took the interception back for a touchdown.
I would like to see Grothy, and he'll learn eventually, but I would surely like to see him get on the ground a little bit quicker on his scrambles because he's going to learn soon. These college defensive players, when they see a quarterback scrambling, he's fair game, buddy, and they are really going to try to lay the wood on him.
A 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5. Grothy, 6 feet, 200 pounds. He always gets right up after some of those tough hits.
Let's look all the way here. Here it comes.
Grothy was looking for Amp Hill. Looked all over the field. Say this for Grothy. Here he is, a redshirt freshman. Didn't look at the first receiver and simply fire it out there. He looked all over the field before he threw it away.
Yeah, he did. And give Florida International credit that was a blitz, man-to-man coverage, and they had him covered.
3rd down and 5 from the 36-yard line. FIU with the 13-7 lead. 6:50 and counting here in the 2nd period.
Key 3rd down here for the Bulls.
Grothy, quick drop, wide open, wide open. Cedric Hill.
Wow.
Hill was running before the ball got there, and he knows he has a missed opportunity. Look at this. Sure first down and a whole lot of room from there.
Yep, and he really could have advanced the ball quite a ways down the field after. But the key is, of course.
And how about this for USF? They're saying we're going for it. 4th down and 5 on the 36.
Well, you know, that just shows a little bit of a lack of confidence in your punter and your kicker both, really, because it's kind of a no man's land.
4th down and a long 5. They have to get to the 31-yard line to get a first down. Grothy flags down.
I wonder if possibly the play clock had expired. Let's take a look.
And now the Bulls will punt.
Yep.
On the offense.
Now, could that have
8.
been something they meant to do?
Penalty. Remains 4th down.
Although they had a play called.
No, absolutely not. They just took a little too long to make the decision. And, of course, again, you show the inexperience with Grothy here, letting the play clock run out. But really, now they're in decent position to punt the football and hopefully get them down inside the 20 someplace.
Alvarado will punt. And Chandler Williams, who already has a touchdown on a long punt return, back to receive. He's standing at his 10. Alvarado off the side of his foot, gets a decent bounce, and the Bulls will pin him to the 15-yard line. FIU will take over from there.
Well, he had the right idea. He had the point of the football up, and he was trying to, that's how everybody's doing it now and teaching it, but he just kind of hit it off the side of his foot. You called it.
Patrick, quick drop. Here's Williams with running room, and the senior gets a first down.
You know, and Chandler Williams has really been impressive tonight. He's really got some quickness right here. Take a look at it right here. Trey Williams, this is Williams versus Williams. Trey is really late on that one, and Chandler Williams, he shows a real burst right there. He is a veteran receiver, runs good routes. Again, he's had the great fortune to play for Don Strock in this pro-style offense, and he's learned well.
At the 29, first down, FIU. Reams. Last week, Reams, the leading ball carrier for FIU with 80 yards and a touchdown. Good gain on first down. Ball marked at the 33. 2nd down and 6.
And those wide receivers on that last running play were split so far out, you just had to know it had to be a running play, and that's, of course, that's what young defenders have to learn by the splits. I'm guessing this may be a run again because the wide receiver is way down at the bottom of the screen here. Nope.
Play action. Patrick in trouble. 2 Bulls are chasing him.
Whoa.
And what a hit. Jeremy Burnett from Jefferson High School right down the street just lays into John Ellis.
And Nicholas was all over Patrick at the time, too. Watch Nicholas running down Patrick right here. Right there. Wow, and what a hit by Burnett.
Helmet and football come loose.
Look at the athleticism of Nicholas here.
Look how far he runs.
Yeah, and he got held on that play, too, at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 3rd down and 6. Jim Leavitt would love to get this defense to make a stop here and get his offense decent field position.
That was Jeremy Burnett with the rather long locks.
The pitch. Williams in as a running back, loses 3.
Well, now, that was interesting. I didn't know really, didn't expect that at all. The wide receiver lined up at the running back spot, and frankly, he looked more like a wide receiver.
Back to receive the punt and back in for USF. There he is, Ian Randolph, already with an 86-yard punt return for a touchdown for USF. He's standing at the 45. And Chris Cook, the punter for FIU.
And a young punter at that, and I know that Coach Strock has told him on the sideline, son, whatever you do, get a lot of hang time. Please do not hit a line drive. Please don't do that.
FIU appears to be one man shy for its punt team.
No, they just let the play clock expire. I don't quite understand that. And you're right. They got a timeout just before. And that was
Corey Fleming.
Corey Fleming was a
late coming in, and Don Strock pulled him off to the side, was talking to him, and they called the timeout just before the play clock hit 00.
Ian Randolph back there, I'll tell you, he's a young guy, a walk-on out of Plant City, Durant High School. He is fun to watch. 5'9", 175. Transfer from Weber International. How about that one? Walk-on transfer from Weber International.
He came into the contest as the second leading punt returner in the Big East. I have a feeling he may be moving up a little bit in those categories.
You're going to see he and Chandler in the top 10 in the nation after this game.
And that doesn't count the 50-yarder that he took back for a score that was called back because of penalty.
Right. And, of course, that's Chandler Williams I'm talking about, the wide receiver from FIU.
We've had a fun game tonight. We've had 2 punt returns for a touchdown. We've had an interception taken back for a touchdown. And there's your score, 13-7 here with 4:12 left to go before halftime.
Key issue here, folks. Watch the hang time by Chris Cook, the punter.
Will they go after the punter right here, or will they? They're pulling back now for a return.
They're going to hold up and return. Good snap.
Cook very high, but this is returnable.
And we got a flag already.
At the 41, and look at Randolph. Randolph with blocking. Randolph in midfield again with another flag down, and Randolph will be taking this back for a touchdown, but it's coming back.
There are 2 different penalties. There was one that came before he even touched the football. They were double teaming the wide receiver, and another flag just went down for excessive celebration. Coach Leavitt is not happy about this at all.
USF should be up 21-13. This young man has scored 3 touchdowns tonight.
You know, they're going to
only one counts.
They're going to have to hydrate him at halftime. He's doing a lot of running tonight, but this one is coming back. Just what penalties do they want to take?
It has been a night of many happy returns. Make that not so happy for USF.
He is quick as he is. He is just lightning in a bottle right here. I tell you, he is fun to watch. I haven't seen a penalty yet.
But you mentioned the initial penalty happened before he even caught the football.
They were double teaming the wide receiver at the top of the screen, and there must have been a hold up there. Must have been a block in the back down here at the bottom.
And that says it all. Jim Levitt.
Well, I've had that feeling. Al, I hate to say this, but I've looked the same way numerous times. Yeah, both penalties, and I don't know what the flag was in the end zone. Obviously, some kind of celebration.
Some type of celebration. These are the type of mistakes you expect from a young football team.
Right now, you just have to gather your poise, Coach. You're making a lot of mistakes. They're young players.
If you're FIU, when do you figure out you don't punt to the guy?
Well, okay. I think that he was trying to punt away from him right there. I mean, what are you going to do?
Before the kick. Personal foul. Face mask.
Face mask, okay.
Against South Florida, number 26. During the return, block in the back, number 81. That penalty is declined. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 4, player removed his helmet. That penalty being enforced from the previous spot. First down.
Yep.
And if there's anyone that needs a cool drink right now, it is Ian Randolph. He scored 3 times today. 1 is counted.
Wow. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but up to the right of your screen, there's a hold up right there, and they got a hold of his face mask. Right up, just can't quite see it, to the right of your screen. Wow, and a 15-yard penalty with Jenkins taking off the helmet. I mean, come on now. That rule has been in effect. What a great move by Randolph. You can't take off your helmet. You can't take off your helmet. What are you doing, Mike Jenkins? The penalty is right up to the top here, right there. Right there, they had his face mask early. No question about that.
Tyler Roberts is called for the penalty.
I have not identified. That might have been the block in the back right there. You know, eventually you're going to say, hey, look, let's be careful here. Let's not do anything wrong, and let's just let him do his thing.
Six penalties, 52 yards. So FIU now gets the football at the 40. Great field position now for FIU. The end around. Williams cuts it up. Ben Moffitt trips him up.
You know, and that was absolutely the correct call by the officials, because that penalty occurred, the face mask occurred before the ball was punted. So, boom, that goes right back. That's absolutely the correct call.
3-yard gain on the play, 2nd down and 7. So forget about taking another touchdown off the board for USF. Now they give the football right back to FIU with an opportunity for them to put together a drive and add to their lead.
Yeah, on your 40-yard line.
Another flag.
Movement up front by FIU, I thought.
On the offense, number 78, the 5-yard penalty, made 2nd down.
That was Dustin Gibson. What happened was USF was stemming around to get into a blitz, and he's a young player. He reacted to it. He's a 6'6", 270-pound sophomore out of Quincy, Florida.
2nd down and 12. If you're Jim Levitt, you want a turnover right here. 3 minutes left to go before halftime. If you're Don Strock, you want a drive. That to the tight end, Samuel Smith, had 11 catches last week, makes his 2nd catch tonight. That near the 35-yard line, and sets up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, and Patrick and Smith, they just have great timing and a great feel for each other. They run those little option routes, and the ball gets there quick and on time, and they just simply option off the linebacker, and he either turns it in or out, and the ball's there. Of course, that's a big target, 250-pound tight end.
Third down and 5, FIU. USF on the blitz. Patrick over the middle. has a receiver, and that's good for a first down. That good to Ashlyn Parker. So these mistakes on penalties coming back to haunt the USF Bulls.
Yeah, this is really a well-thrown football. Excellent timing on the crossing route against man-to-man coverage, and Moffitt just did not make a great reaction to that ball. He really could have really had a collision right there, but he was just a little late reacting to the throw.
We're under 2 minutes, first half. Ball marked at the 22. FIU on the march after some crucial USF penalties. That's Ahmad Ned. Very little running room for the Golden Panthers. He gets it up very near the 20-yard line.
You know, now the USF defense, they definitely are a little bit tired right here. You could just see it the way they're reacting. You know, that was mostly the defense that was on the field for that long punt return. They're definitely kind of sucking it. You see the hands on the knees. They're tired right now, no question about it.
Fairly close in total offense, but if you put return yards into the equation and return yards taken away, it's a whole different ball game.
Let's
quick drop, quarterback draw. Padrick nowhere to go. Clock winding down. 66 seconds and counting. First half.
Yeah, and this is going to be second and about 8 now. Third and 8, excuse me.
FIU with 2 timeouts remaining. And if you're Don Strock, you can't be too comfortable with your kicking game up to this point. They've had 2 missed point afters on the season, and they've yet to connect on a field goal this season.
Yeah, and that was Petula, who they really thought was going to be an excellent kicker. He just has struggled early in the season. There you see Chris right there. Just getting warmed up. Got a strong leg.
A quick drop. That to Williams, good for a first down inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, this is really an amazing turn of events on that penalty on the face mask, and that's an excellent throw. Hey, this is a veteran quarterback, buddy. You better cover him because he's going to throw it in there. Chandler Williams again. They're doing a little bit of talking now. Chandler, be careful, son. These officials, they're not going to hesitate to throw one on you.
Ask USF.
Kind of a foolish play by Jenkins because I looked at the split. He had a huge, big split up there. That tells you he's going to run. He's going to run a slant route. That's the only time they're going to take a split like that, unless it's a running play. And really not very well played by Mike Jenkins. Take a look at it right here. 1, 2, 3. Just a quick slant route right there. See how wide he was? That ball was thrown way outside the hash. And if you're a corner and you get a split like that, you have to play for the inside routes.
Return yards for South Florida. We've got 147 yards here in the first half. Florida International with 89.
Yeah, but just think of all of them that have been called back with penalties. I mean, they might have had 250 yards.
110 yards in punt returns off the board because of penalties for USF. And 2 touchdowns. USF should be up 21-13. Instead, they may be down 20-7 heading in at halftime if they can't keep FIU out of the end zone right here.
Well, 24 seconds to go. They have 1 timeout still left. So they have all kinds of time here. You have to be able to play run and pass here because they've got a timeout.
First and goal from the 3. That's Ned in motion. Quick drop. Padrick.
No signal.
They have not signaled yet.
Well,
and they've called that a touchdown, but again, there was no signal from the official.
Well, again, that was that little option route. Take a look at it right here. Just a quick 3-step option route to the tight end. Push off a little bit on Nicholas. And again, remember, these are 2 seniors that have done this for 4 years together now, and they execute that extremely well.
Samuel Smith on the reception on the touchdown, 3 yards. And this time the point after is good. So South Florida, that was a 14-point swing for USF. They had a punt return taken back for a touchdown. Penalties on that gave the football to FIU, and FIU getting the ball at the 40-yard line, driving down to add to their lead at 20-7 here very late in the second quarter.
And FIU, you got to give them credit. They have come in here, and these kids are all Florida kids, buddy, and there's a lot of pride on the field tonight. And FIU has come in here and played extremely well. Jim Leavitt's team has made a tremendous amount of errors, especially in the kicking game. The interception return for a touchdown. I mean, everything has gone wrong so far for South Florida tonight. This would be an incredible win for Don Strock. It really would.
Anytime the Sun Belt can beat a team from the Big East, the Sun Belt's going to be happy. And there's a look at Smith. You talked about Smith being an excellent prospect at tight end. Had 11 catches last week at Middle Tennessee. Has a big one here, that for a touchdown, a 3-yarder. 20-7 FIU with the lead.
Now, they have 5 or 6 outstanding senior players. Of course, Smith and Josh Patrick are 2 of them. And those seniors, of course, and Chandler Williams is another one. All those guys have really stepped up big here tonight.
For what it's worth, Ian Randolph back to receive the kick for USF. There he is. Do you get a feeling he's not going to see the football?
Well,
or at least that's the plan for FIU.
Let's put it this way. If I were FIU, I'd find out where he is, and I wouldn't put it anywhere near him. You might even see a squib kick here.
Taurus Johnson also back, and that's exactly what happens. So USF takes it over the 35-yard line. Christopher Ellick on the return for South Florida, and USF will have 13 seconds as South Florida calls a timeout.
Well, you know, they have all their timeouts left, so I guess they want to take some time to huddle up on the sideline here, although I really don't quite understand why they did a timeout here on the first play. Of course, you know what, though? That's the new rule of college football, Al. When that ball is you know, as soon as that ball is put down and the official signal it, that's why they took the timeout.
Then you're ready to go.
No, that's my bad, because that's exactly why they took the timeout right there. So the clock doesn't start. In other words, when they're running on the field, the clock has started. They might not even get a playoff. Excuse me. That is a huge rule change in college football. They're trying to speed the game up. They're trying to, you know, not allow teams to, especially with all these spread offense teams, to get as many plays, and they've succeeded. The college game is a faster game now because of these rule changes.
13 seconds remaining. USF down 20-7, and the Bulls get it at the 37. For what may be 1, maybe 2 plays left.
3-man rush.
Grothy deep. Has a receiver at the 40. Now if you're USF, you call that timeout.
And they got it right away.
Taurus Johnson on a 20-yard gain.
Nice job by Grothy. They played a three deep zone. Those are the throws, the seam routes, right up the seam of the zone. Take a look at it right here. Look the safety off, made the throw right on the money, right down the seam between the corner and the safety. The only way to stop those is the linebacker has to get under that, and of course that's tough when it's thrown that far down the field.
7 seconds left. USF uses its final timeout.
Now the danger here is that they could throw another seam and
not be able to stop the
clock.
clock.
They have a timeout though. They could. It would be close. They got 7 seconds. They could throw another seam, but boy, that timeout would have to be immediate to get the field goal team on the field.
Can you go to the official in a situation like that and say, the minute he's down, I'm calling timeout?
You can do it, but that's no guarantee that he's going to do it that fast. You really got to get your players here, because it's not like the NFL. The coaches can't call a timeout from the sideline like they can in the NFL. So you have to tell the receiver or the guy next to him or the quarterback, obviously, boom, when that ball's coming down, you're calling timeout. No, they're going for the Hail Mary. They're going to throw it all the way up in the end zone here.
Grothe rolling out. Throwing it high to the end zone. He has a receiver. Amari Jackson was wide open momentarily, but FIU closes, knocks the pass away, and that is halftime. And what a first half we had. If you're FIU, it's a case of many happy returns. You've got a punt return for a touchdown, 83 yards. You have an interception return for a touchdown, and you have 2 punt returns taken back for touchdowns by South Florida, called back because of penalty. We're at halftime at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Here's a look at Ian Randolph. Unfortunately, not all those count. This one does, however, and FIU with the lead, 20-7. FIU looking for its first win of the season. So both teams on the field here, getting ready for the second half of action. 20-7. Florida International leading the South Florida Bulls. And once again, we talked about this briefly, Doug Graber, right before we went to break here at halftime, is the fact that South Florida has been here before with this young team. They trailed last week against McNeese State, albeit it was 3 points. But South Florida knows it has the gumption in order to pull off a comeback, and that's exactly what they're going to have to do at home.
Well, to me, if South Florida is able to come back from this deficit, it starts with their defense. They have to absolutely maul Florida International because you got to give them this. South Florida's offense is going against a very good defensive football team. They're not going to put 27 up in the fourth quarter this week, I don't think, like they did against McNeese State last week. But, you know, this has to be said. What a night this is in the state of Florida for the Sun Belt Conference, with Troy State playing so well against Florida State up there late into that game, and of course FIU leading this game.
Right now Miami leading at halftime. Miami looking for its first win of the season after losing to Florida State. And you talked about the Sun Belt. Here it is, 10-10. Troy and Florida State. Florida State expected something of a down type of performance after having to be up against Miami in that season opener. And look at Central Florida losing to Florida. USF will take on Central Florida next week. LSU just laying it on Arizona for the Pac-10. TCU leading UC Davis 23-10. Cal with a tough loss last week, now number 22 leading, and Tennessee with the lead at halftime over Air Force.
Well, we're going to find out quick here. I'm sorry, Al. Georgia, of course, up on South Carolina. Number 12, Georgia up. That's not bad in the second quarter. And, of course, this one here just getting started.
So back to receive the kick for South Florida. It'll be the man, Ian Randolph, and FIU not taking any chances. They'll say, we'll give you the football at the 30-yard line, just don't return anything.
You know what? And the way it's going tonight, that's a great decision. That's a nice job of coaching by the FIU staff on the sideline, because, hey, this guy has run wild tonight, and they're just not going to give him a chance. And if they could punt the ball away from him every time, they do that too.
And the last thing that Don Strock needed from USF was a big return to get USF some momentum, get them right back into the football game. At the 30-yard line, Benjamin Williams taking the handoff, fights his way left side, takes it out to the 33-yard line.
You know, and here would be my big concern if I'm Jim Leavitt. Let's be honest, they have not been able to run the football very well tonight. That young offensive line, they've lost their 2 starting running backs. That puts all the heat right on your freshman quarterback, Matt Grothe, and you don't want to do this in his first game as a starter.
That being said, Grothe, the leading ball carrier for USF in the first half, 41 yards on 7 carries.
Yeah, they have not been able to run a lick against this FIU defense.
Second down and 6, a swing pass. Here's that man, Randolph. Randolph over the 35-yard line, approaching the 40.
And again, that was Mr. Keonvis Bowie, number 7. Take a look at this play right here. Boy, this ball almost got picked right there, got touched right there. Nice block. Boy, not to this Ian Randolph, he is really fun to watch in the open field.
3rd and 2,
boy.
Movement up front. and they just snapped the ball, and what a tough opportunity there for USF. Wow. USF wanting a penalty on FIU, but it was clearly USF that was having trouble on this play, and a wasted third down opportunity for USF.
Yeah, and that is, again, between your freshman quarterback and your center. He was trying to make an audible, and Campagna, the center, snapped the football. There was nobody there to return it. And a few boos that come out of the stands here. Not very pretty at this point.
And that is not the way South Florida wanted to start this second half. Alvarado back to punt for South Florida. This is a low punt. And John Houston Witten just lets the ball roll inside the 20.
Yeah, and Chandler Williams was not back on that particular return, and you wonder if he's cramping up as like Ian Randolph has been a little bit.
Well, he is coming on the field offensively, and he will play wide receiver for FIU.
Well, it's got to start here for the USF defense. I mean, they absolutely, in my opinion, have to maul Florida International in order for South Florida to have a chance to come back from this 20-7 deficit.
Josh Padrick, 10 of 14, 84 yards, had a pick in the first half. A touchdown pass on a 3-yarder to his tight end, Samuel Smith. Quick drop, Padrick with time. Hits his tight end near the 25-yard line, gain of 5.
Yeah.
How about this, wow. Seminole fans? Troy with the 7-point lead. So you mentioned the Sun Belt having a big Saturday night.
If you think the fans aren't happy here tonight, and they're not, clearly, I will promise you they are not happy up in Tallahassee.
1 week, on Monday night, you're beating Miami, your big rival, in the conference, and then you come right back, and could it be, as a top 10 team, you lose to a team from the Sun Belt?
How about Akron beating NC State today?
No running room there. Julian Reams gets Reams.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you are going to see a bunch of the ball going to Mr. Sam Smith on option routes, that big tight end for FIU. And that is really going to put some pressure on Stephen Nicholas, Moffitt, and St. Louis, the linebackers, to control the tight end. Because if I'm them, I know that I'm going to get the ball to my big tight ends.
3rd down and 5. Padrick with time. Finds his tight end for the first down. Stephen Nicholas gave him room and coverage, and the senior quarterback connects for a big game.
That's just a quarterback and a tight end having a great chemistry together. This was totally well covered, totally taken away on the 3-step drop. And again, that scramble should not have occurred, but boy, what a great feel they have for each other. And you know, if FIU is going to win this football game, I promise you, that big tight end is going to be a difference maker.
Here's Reams. Stephen Nicholas hits him immediately at the line of scrimmage. Very little gain. Jeremy Burdett also in on the tackle.
And Mr. Nicholas, and I'll tell you what, and there is Mr. Smith, and those two are going to be going out of here the whole second half.
Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. South Florida desperate for something good to happen.
Boy, they need a turnover. I mean, now you're almost up to midfield. They're going to have poor field position.
At Smith in motion. Padrick again. Finding Williams. Another first down.
And Chandler Williams turned Trey Williams every way but loose with that route he ran. He is a very, very good route runner. Look, you can see the route up here, but he had Trey Williams turned every way but loose. There it is right there. Boy, again, you got to give Coach Strock a lot of credit here. This offense is very well coached.
Another first down. FIU on the move. Ball marked at the 42, 1st and 10. FIU with the lead at 20-7. Padrick pulled down immediately.
You know, in talking to South Florida defensive coordinator Wally Burnham, you're going to see South Florida blitz a lot more this year. They're so young up front. They have confidence in their cover guys. You know, they have a lot of confidence in Nicholas, Moffitt, and St. Louis blitzing. You're going to see them try to take advantage of that speed.
A loss of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 13. George Selvey on the sack for South Florida.
Here they come again. Full blitz. Full blitz. Picked up very well.
Patrick takes off and he's knocked out of bounds. Excellent close by South Florida. Chris Robinson running Patrick out of bounds.
Yeah, Chris Robinson made up a lot of ground right there.
Gain of 4 yards on the play.
There's Bernard Clark, of course, who left FIU last year as defensive coordinator to come to South Florida as defensive line coach.
A former star at Miami, a former star in high school here in Tampa. 3rd down and 9. Reams, movement up front.
That was another full blitz. That's the 4th blitz in a row.
Try the snap. False start. 87 on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Tight end.
So instead of 3rd down and 9, it's going to be 3rd down and 14.
You know, and I thought, Al, it was very interesting that they were going to run the ball on 3rd and 9. And I think they're saying right there, hey, let's just not turn the ball over. It's a heck of a drive by Florida International. They're eating up some clock.
From the 46, 3rd down and 9. Patrick under pressure, tripped up. And there's that man Selvey again. Selvey getting the 2nd sack on this series.
And that was not a blitz, that was a 4-man rush, and they actually had better pressure with the 4-man rush. Take a look at Mr. Selvey right here out of Pensacola.
The 7-step drop.
Oh, that's a great effort on his part. Number 95 right there, George Selvey.
7-step drop.
On the offense, not enough men on the line of scrimmage. That penalty is declined. Brings up 4th down.
Okay, Al.
Here we go. Ian Randolph standing at his 10. Chris Cook will punt it away. One of the problems for Cook is that he has not put a whole lot of air under his punts. And this guy has taken how many back tonight? 3? 1 counts. He'd like to have another one count right here.
Good snap.
And this is not very high, and he simply punted away from him. Smart move.
Punted it right out of bounds. I don't know if it was by design or not, but if it wasn't, it should have been.
So the Bulls will get it at the 20-yard line. South Florida trailing 20-7. 8:44 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Now, the last time the USF Bulls had the football to open the 2nd half, they had a 3rd down and 3 and made a mistake again, hurt themselves, and then they had to punt the football away, and FIU was able to eat up some time on that clock and gain some field position. Play action. Grothe gets away from 1 man. Throws it over the middle, complete, good for a 1st down, and a whole lot more. That's the tight end, Devin Gordon, but he fumbles. And apparently he gets it back, but that's like tonic for the South Florida offense. They needed a big play, and they get it from Gordon.
Just what the doctor ordered, and this is all Grothe. I mean, they have him dead to rights here. Nice little stutter move right there, and makes a great throw on the run.
In traffic,
wow,
how about that pass?
Hey, they cleared the hands of the linebacker by about 2 inches.
This play is good for 24 yards and a 1st down. Walt Smith appeared to have a hole, but it closed in a hurry.
Again, absolutely getting stuck in the running game all night long. Again, this young offensive line and rotating running backs all night, they have just not been able to get anything going in the running game.
Chris Smith with a tough tackle for FIU. Very little gain. They'll call it a gain of 1. Second down and 9. 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen. 2 more at the bottom. Nobody else in the backfield with Grothe.
Empty set.
And Grothe simply runs it himself. How about that move? Gets up to the 50-yard line.
That's going to set up.
Boy, he has quick feet.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's got, you know what he's got, Al? He's got great vision and running instincts. That's what he has. Take a look at it right here. This is quarterback draw all the way. Boom, another quick little move right there. And he's the best running back that's been on the field tonight for South Florida, no question.
You talk about instincts. He's got instincts for the game of football. He just has a feel for what's going on out there.
Right, and you can't coach that. Some guys got it, some guys don't. He's got it.
How about this for a crucial third down play? 3rd down and 3 for South Florida. They trail 20-7. Grothe again. Grothe with the first down. Grothe going at the 40. Nearly breaks it. Pulled down near the 30-yard line.
Well, one thing is clear. If they're going to win the game, Grothe's going to be the guy that does. They're putting the ball in his hands every situation here now. If they're going to run it, he's running it. If they're going to throw it, obviously he's going to throw it.
And Lionel Singleton with the touchdown-saving tackle for FIU.
Nice job by Matt Healers in there at the guard spot. Nice lead on the quarterback draw.
From the 33, Grothe to the air. Randolph out of bounds.
Boy, he just waited a tad too late. They ran the scissors route. And really, you know, he had Amp Hill open if he throws it earlier, but he just got that. Watch it here. He just holds the ball a little bit too long right here. To see Amp Hill, he was wide open. What a catch by Ian Randolph.
But I can't blame you if you're Matt Grothe to having, you know, special type of feeling for looking for Randolph. Because if you get the ball to him, he's going to make something happen.
Absolutely.
Another quarterback draw. Grothe to the 29-yard line.
Jim Levitt has put the ball in that young freshman's hand and said, son, win the game for us. Run it, throw it, audible. The game is in your hands. 3rd and about 7, Al.
From the 29-yard line, they have to get to the 23 for a first down. Grothe wide open. That's Taurus Johnson. That's good for a first down.
Clutch throw by the freshman, put it right on the money. That was really, I mean, he wasn't wide open. He was covered here. Look at this. Oh, he's got a nice high throwing motion. You know, he's not that tall. You know, he's only 6 foot, but he really has that ball up nice and high. Nice throwing motion.
At the 15. Walt Smith fumbles.
Wow.
FIU believes it has the football.
Oh boy. They just absolutely stripped it right out of his hands. Nope.
It will stay with South Florida. Talk about dodging a bullet.
Big sigh of relief right there with Coach Levitt and that whole sideline. That's twice now these young running backs have put it on the ground. Watch him. They just get a hold of that arm and pull the ball. That's Kiama's boy. Boy, he's a good football player. Very fortunate to get that back.
Boy, someone lost a shoe.
The helmet went flying.
A helmet went flying. The football was on the ground. It's a little serious out there. The end around. Taurus Johnson gets away from one tackler, cuts it up. Look at this. Johnson headed for the goal line. Touchdown. South Florida.
Are you kidding me?
14 yards, and that's the most exciting 14-yard touchdown run you will ever see.
There are FIU defensive players strewn all over the field. How he got through that, I will never know. Take a look at this. This is amazing. They got him dead to rights. for a 5-yard loss. Another missed tackle, another missed tackle. Another missed tackle, another missed. That is 5 missed tackles on that play. Incredible.
Mike Benzer on to attempt a very important point after touchdown, and it is right down Dale Mabry. South Florida back within a touchdown, 20-14, and the South Florida Bulls needed momentum. Taurus Johnson on a 14-yard run has given them exactly that. Florida International's lead has been cut to 20-14. There he is, Taurus Johnson, with a 14-yard run, and that was a run that you will not believe. All right, let's take a look at the plays on that drive. Grothy getting away from pressure.
That was on a 3rd down play right there. That was huge.
That to Devin Gordon. Here's Grothy again on the quarterback draw. That for a 1st down. That play's working. Nearly breaks one for a touchdown. Grothy to Taurus Johnson for another 1st down.
Yep, that was 3rd down.
And then here you go, the end around. Should have been stopped there. Breaks the tackle there. Refuses to go down. Breaks 3 tackles. Taurus Johnson on a 14-yard touchdown run. And the Bulls are within a touchdown at 20-14. And remember that missed point after, very early in the ball game, coming back to haunt FIU. And the Bulls kick it away. And John Houston Witten takes it up near the goal line, thinks better of it, and FIU will get the football at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, again, you put it right back on the defense for South Florida. They need to dominate this FIU offense. Look at the total yards there, Al. South Florida, of course, got about, about 60 of it on that drive.
Don Strock saw his team roll up a 20-7 lead in the 1st half. South Florida has a habit of coming back in the 2nd half. Can he stem the tide right here at the 20? 1st and 10. Padrick, Trey Williams in coverage, no flag there, comes a flag. Ashlyn Parker, the intended receiver.
Well, I think it was a matter of Trey just getting his left hand on him a little bit here. It really was a pretty well-defended play. Of course, the crowd didn't like that call at all. Yep. Let's take a look at it right here. You make the call. See, the left hand right there was on his back. And really, it was really not a factor in the play. Right there, left hand. You know, I've coached corners all my life.
On the defense, number 21. That's a spot foul. Automatic 1st down.
That was not interference, but you gave them a chance to make the call by putting your left hand on his back. And, of course, they did.
Ball marked at the 30. 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 after the penalty.
Boy, Trey Williams and Jenkins, both corners, a lot of pressure on them now. They're going to be one-on-one here most of the night. Blitz.
5-yard gain by Reams. Make that Ahmad Ned on the carry.
Yeah, and Ben Moffitt is not going to be happy in the film room on Monday. He ran a blitz, was unblocked, and ran right by the running back. Just ran right by him. Had a chance to make a big play for about a 5-yard loss.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5. 4 minutes and counting in the 3rd. Taurus Johnson, a 14-yard run for South Florida, has pulled the Bulls to within 6.
Another blitz.
Padrick under pressure. Gets it away. Complete to Williams. Boy, that combination has killed South Florida throughout the evening.
Senior to senior. And also you got the senior tight ends. But take a look at it here. Nice job. They lost contain here. That was the key issue there. Lost contain on the blitz. Nice scramble, nice throw. Key 1st down.
Ball marked at the 48.
Really, I have to say this. South Florida has been more effective when they just have rushed forward tonight. They've not been effective on the blitzes.
Ned nailed this time by Moffitt, along with Selby.
Yeah, now that blitz, I got to say, they were pretty effective on that one right there. Ben Moffitt, call him Father Ben. Young man married in high school, has got 2 young children, heck of a kid.
3-yard loss, 2nd down 13. FIU will take it at the 45-yard line. Ned, very little running room. Once again, it's Moffitt on the stop, and how about this from Tallahassee?
Wow.
2:30 left to go in the contest, all tied at 17. Once again, Troy from the Sun Belt Conference as well.
Now, huge play right here, Al. 3rd and about 12. Let's see if they rush 4. They've really been more effective rushing 4 in these situations.
And it's been the passing combination of Patrick to Williams that has been so effective in these 3rd and longs. Chandler again looking for Williams. Williams open. Wow. And it's good for another 1st down.
What a great throw by Patrick. Excellent route. Press coverage, man-to-man coverage, blitz. Good protection, good timing. Threw it up there. Terrific. Watch the throw by Pat. Ball just kind of floats in. Beat Trey Williams throwing outside, 1 foot in bounds in college football. Throwing right on the sideline. That's tough to defend. He just had the 1 in bounds. That's all you need. Wow, that was a big play. Huge play.
FIU down to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10.
I have to say this, their blitzes have not been effective in the passing game. They're better off playing coverage.
Ned nailed at the line of scrimmage. Kept the legs going and was able to get a yard or 2.
Now they're in field goal range here right now. It'd be interesting to see what they do with Patullo. He has a strong leg out. He's plenty of leg to hit to make these field goals.
Patullo 0 for 1 on the season. He missed a 41-yarder. Of course, he's also missed 2-point afters. And the second one here is certainly a key part of this game now, making for a 6-point difference. Patrick, quick drop, again looking for Williams, and again Williams pulls it in, very close to 1st down yardage.
Williams has done it about 5 times tonight, taking that great big huge wide split and then run on that slant route, and they have not quite figured it out yet. Just a 3-step slant route, not that complicated, well covered, but a good, excellent throw and excellent catch.
9-yard gain, 3rd down and 1. Williams appears to be in some pain over there on the FIU sidelines.
Clock ticking down in the quarter here. They should get this off, though.
Quarterback sneak, and Patrick, maybe on 2nd effort, may have gotten it.
Gonna be close. Gonna be close.
And Williams is coming back on the field.
Yeah, and on this spot, Al, I don't think
he looks short.
I think he's short a couple inches here, a couple links of the chain. We're going to find out shortly here. Boy, the 3 seniors on this offense for FIU, Patrick, the wide receiver Williams, the tight end Smith, they have been the guys tonight that have got it done.
They have carried this offense against South Florida. They are short, about 6 inches.
Well, I'd be surprised if they don't go for it here. Yep, and they're going to go for it.
Now, where South Florida also has to be very careful with the young defense here. Sometimes you sell out trying to stop them at the line of scrimmage, and then you give up a big play and an easy touchdown.
Yep, there you see Coach Park with those young defensive linemen. He's signaling to them. And of course, young defensive linemen, as this is going to be running the fourth quarter, but young defensive linemen, a lot of time in this situation, will line up offsides even.
That is the end of the third quarter. We expected to have a wild fourth quarter, and has all the makings for that. We'll have this crucial 4th and inches play when we come back. The final 15 minutes promises to be an exciting 15 minutes in Tampa. FIU leading South Florida by 6, and a crucial 4th and inches play for FIU at the USF 20-yard line. There's a look at Don Strock. His team has truly kept its cool tonight and has made big plays throughout at crucial times in this contest, and they're facing the biggest play of the game right here.
I'd be surprised if they didn't run another quarterback sneak and just not take any chance of handing the football off here. And I would think that USF will put somebody right on the center, or at least have them in those gaps in the center guard gap, I would think.
The USF defensive line, not the biggest defensive line, known more for its speed and athletic ability.
The key here is leverage. I mean, you got to play this just like a goal line situation. They may have their goal line defense on the field, and I think they would be very wise if they did.
But again, in giving up those inches, or not wanting to give up inches, you also don't want to give up a big play and a cheap touchdown right here.
No question about it, Al. And you know what? This is a great opportunity offensively to make a big play for a touchdown. With a bootleg or some kind of a, with the quarterback, no question.
The senior quarterback, Josh Padrick, if anyone can do it, it is the senior quarterback. One man in the backfield. And there's the quarterback sneak, and the Bulls believe they've stopped him. This will be close again.
Yeah, a nice play by Padrick, because he went right over the left tackle because he was uncovered, but I don't think they got it.
How about that for the USF Bulls?
Wow.
Patrick St. Louis running off the field, leading that Bulls charge.
And he had his helmet off. I hope it got knocked off, because otherwise he was in real danger of getting a penalty call right there.
So we talked about how that could be the play of this game. Will the Bulls take advantage?
Boy,
and there is Patrick St. Louis with the biggest tackle yet.
That was a huge, huge play by Patrick St. Louis, and his helmet did come off in execution of that tackle, so he was okay.
So the Bulls coming right back, and they try to run the football against this oh-so-tough FIU defense. And Antoine Barnes says, you're not going to run that against us. A big loss on first down.
South Florida has some rushing yards. I mean, they're just getting stuffed up front. Wow. They have some rushing yards, but it's all been Grothy.
It has been the quarterback Grothy.
It is. I'll guarantee you, they don't have a running back who's averaged 1 yard a carry tonight.
3-yard loss on the play, 2nd down and 13.
Blitz look. Let's see if they're audible. Blitz look and an audible. Let's see if they do blitz. Nope.
Grothy
look
into
out.
traffic. The Bulls want a flag. Nothing thrown. Look at Jim Levitt pleading for the flag.
Well,
and he's saying, listen, what you called on Trey Williams on the last series, and I can't get a flag here?
Let's take a look at it. You make the call. Well, there's no question there's contact early right there. Jim has every right to be upset about this. Definite contact there before the ball got there.
3rd down and 13. Grothy again over the middle. He had Marcus Edwards in traffic. Edwards not able to pull it in. It would have been good enough for a first down, but instead the Bulls will punt it away.
Made a great throw. Made a great, hit him right between the 1 and the 1. Just got a little distracted there in traffic and didn't make the play.
Now a very dangerous man stepping back near midfield for FIU. Chandler Williams ready to take this punt from Delbert Alvarado. Alvarado standing at his own 3. Low snap. A very high punt, and boy, the Bulls needed that.
Heck of a punt. Boy, the young walk-on freshman really came up with a punt right there, and it could have happened at a better time. Great hang time, good distance, no chance. Look at that. That's what, you see that big smile everybody happy on that sideline. To see Delbert Alvarado make a heck of a kick like that at a crucial time.
So the South Florida Bulls able to stuff FIU on 4th and inches. They get nothing out of it. They put the football away, and now if you're Don Strock, now's the time you want to put together a long drive leading by 6.
And Al, again, the South Florida defense right now, they are going to have to absolutely dominate here to give this offense some field position. They have not had it.
More scores from around college football today. How about that? Florida State fans can say never in doubt.
A big sigh. I just heard it come from Tallahassee. Woo.
How about Florida? USF will take on Central Florida next week. Florida called off the Dogs there in the second half. LSU putting the hammer down on Arizona. LSU rated number 8 in the country. And Miami with the lead over Florida A&M. Here it's 20-14 FIU leading South Florida very early in the 4th. We have seen so many different types of plays tonight. There have been 3 punt returns taken back for touchdowns. Only a couple of them counted. Actually, there have been 4.
Yep.
Interception return for a touchdown. That is Reams. They're nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. George Selvey on the tackle. He's been making tackles all night for USF.
He's had a big night for a young redshirt freshman. Neither team can run the football a lick. So it's all on the quarterbacks and the cornerbacks and the wide receivers.
FIU is going to be very deliberate in running the clock. They own a 6-point lead. You can see the play clock there in the lower left-hand corner. With the senior quarterback, he's going to snap this at about 1.
Well, you better snap it quick. Just barely got it off. Boy, it's nice having a senior.
Patrick going deep. Williams quit on the route. Pass incomplete. Sets up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, they're definitely FIU obviously trying to shorten this 4th quarter as much as they can. And that's one of the advantages of having a senior quarterback. You can do those kinds of things. Take a look at Trey Williams here on the coverage. A little bit of contact there, Al. I mean, it wasn't violent contact, but it certainly was contact.
But it got him out of bounds. 3rd down and 10. Patrick over the middle, and guess who?
Wow.
Is that a surprise? No. Clarence, or make that Chandler Williams with a big catch on 3rd down to get that first down. And he has killed USF tonight.
And what a clutch catch. Look at this. He lays it out right. Unbelievable catch. Wow, take a look at this. Just beat the backer inside in zone coverage, and that was a amazing catch by Chandler Williams.
Chandler Williams started the day with an 82-yard punt return for a touchdown. He has made some huge catches since to keep drives alive for FIU.
Uh-oh.
That's Reams finally had a little bit of running room. Takes it over the 45-yard line. And now what is happening for FIU, they're starting to get into a rhythm, and they're eating up clock.
They certainly are. And again, no matter what happens on this drive, they've got South Florida's going to be backed up in their own end, even if they're able to stop them here. It's 2nd and 5.
Play action, in trouble. Patrick gets it away, and here's a flag down.
Now, one of two things.
Maybe a face mask.
I think it is a face mask because the helmet certainly come off, and of course you're trying to grab and get anything you can get hold of, and the helmet came off. That means he probably had a hold of the face mask.
There you go.
Wow.
Penalties have just been deadly for USF.
And they've all happened at the most crucial times. He got his
face mask. Number 90 on the defense.
Yeah, totally unintentional, just trying to get hold of something.
Automatic first down.
Boy, just everything is going wrong for Jim Levitt tonight.
Now the ball marked at the 29-yard line. Patrick coming back in. Not only is clock time being eaten up, but now field position, oh so important for FIU.
Yep, and look at the numbers there. Now it's starting to really become pretty evident.
Reams, left side. And the Bulls pull him down. Danny Verpail on the tackle.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Danny Verpail saved the day right there, because if he doesn't make that play, he's gone. Nicholas lost the corner. I don't know. Take a look at it right there. Boy, that was Big Sam Smith got hold of Nicholas right there, wouldn't let him go.
Second down and 7 after 26. Closing in on the 10-minute mark in the contest. Patrick looks inside, tries to hit Parker. Pass incomplete.
That was the slant. That was the slant again, the 3-step slant. And that time, Mike Jenkins was all over it. Take a look at it right here. 3-step slant. Jenkins is right there playing inside position on the wide receiver. He read the big split, read the route perfectly. Nice play by Jenkins.
Third down and 7. Another crucial third down play. FIU has been very successful on third down in the second half. Looking for Williams again.
Wow, what a throw.
And that was very close to being complete.
And that time Moffitt came scot-free on the blitz, and somehow Patrick gets the ball off right here and makes a heck of a throw. Boy, that was close.
All right, fourth down and 7, and you know what? FIU thought about going for it. Instead, they're bringing their field goal team on. Chris Patullo, he's missed a point after, 0 for 1 on the season in field goal tries. But he has a strong leg. This marked at the 33, a 43-yard attempt.
Remember, South Florida has blocked a lot of field goals in their history. This would be a huge one. Uh-oh. There was movement there before the snap.
Try the snap. Delay game.
Yep.
On the offense, number 15. At the 5-yard
Now you
penalty.
wonder if Don Strock will continue to go for the field goal.
Let's see this. No, he's not.
They will bring the punt team in.
Yep. That was huge right there.
With 10:40 remaining in this contest. Look at that. South Florida with the most crucial of penalties. That one by FIU. will drive any coach nuts.
And that's the holder. That's McCall. He's the holder, and he's the one that Coach Strzok is. The holder has to be looking at that clock and make sure the ball gets snapped before the clock runs out. And that's exactly.
And with 3 timeouts remaining, the worst thing he could have done,
sure,
was stick with it. He could have called the timeout.
Yep.
Cook trying to punt the ball close to the goal line, and that'll go into the end zone, and the Bulls will get the football with 10:33 remaining at the 20-yard line. South Florida says forget the run game. We're going with 5 wide receivers, so if there is a run in this situation, it's going to be the redshirt quarterback, Matt Grothy.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a quarterback draw right here. Nope.
Quick drop. Pass complete to Randolph. Randolph with a small gain on first down.
To spread the field all the way out with those 5 wide receivers and give Randolph room to work is on a little option route.
4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6.
No running back in the backfield. Yes, there is. I'm sorry.
Benjamin Williams.
Williams.
He started the football game.
Option.
The option. Grothy, nowhere to run.
You know, what you're seeing there is a little bit of lack of confidence in the running back, and I can understand why. They haven't made any plays tonight, but that was a pitch read. He really should have pitched the football.
How about this for a big 3rd down for USF? 3rd down and 5. Again, no running backs. 5 receivers spread over the field.
3-man rush.
Grothy complete. Taurus Johnson, that's good for a first down. Johnson made that 14-yard, that incredible 14-yard run for the touchdown to cut the lead to 6.
Nice job in calling the play. Knew exactly what they needed for a first down. Sat right down on the spot. Grothy delivered. Looked off and delivered right on. Ooh, there's a shot right there by Robert Mitchell.
Mitchell with that interception for a touchdown early in the ball game. Closing in on the 9-minute mark. From the 33, 1st and 10, USF trailing by 6.
Audible.
Grothy wants it all, but no receiver is there, and there's an interception.
And he stepped out of bounds. Wow. Terrible.
Obviously, no communication between Grothy and the wide receiver.
Well, that was an audible. Grothy went to a double route, a hitch and go, except the quarterback ran the hitch and there was no go.
No wide receiver in the neighborhood. The intended wide receiver was Amari Jackson.
Well, I mean, that's just a horrendous mistake in communication. You know, you don't know who's wrong. Obviously, one of them, the wide receiver did not get the audible.
FIU with the football at the 32. Play action. Padrick with flag down. Reception by Chandler Williams. Very little gain. In fact, flags all over the field.
Yeah, they may decline this penalty, not give them another down. If it's a 5-yard penalty. I would. Nope, they're going to take him back.
Illegal formation on the offense, not enough men on the line of scrimmage. That's a 5-yard penalty to the previous spot. Remains first down.
Well, you know, I would have declined that penalty myself. I mean, they had no gain on the play. 8:25. I mean, there's plenty of time left, but that's just, I guess, a personal preference right there.
Jim Leavitt believing that field position meaning more right now than downs. And if you are this USF defense, you've got to keep an eye on number 1, Chandler Williams. He's been a knife to the heart of the USF defense throughout the night.
And there's been a lot of press one-on-one coverage against him, and he has responded.
Another look-in pattern, this to the other wide receiver, Parker. That's good for a big first down over midfield. So they got burned again by the play that has killed them throughout the evening.
Same play, time after time after time. Wide receiver takes a big split. Well, that's a mistake on Jenkins. He made the crucial error of going underneath, trying to get the football, and gave him a big play.
So the South Florida Bulls call a timeout. 7:59 left to go in regulation.
You know, and the key on that last play was he held the ball for a long time, and I'll tell you what, the linebackers by that time should have been in position to make the play on the football. I mean, they've been running the same play.
First down from the 44.
Wow.
Ahmad Ned on the carry. Good gain on first down. And there's a flag on the play. Holding against FIU.
Yeah, you got to take this one now. That's a whole different deal. That's a big break right there.
Because that was one of the few times in this ball game where running backs had some room for FIU.
And he had a good 6-yard gain, setting up a 2nd and 4. Now this is from the spot of the foul.
That's a 10-yard penalty.
That's the center.
Means first down.
Xavier Shannon.
Don Strock, on the outside anyway, appears to be keeping his cool. You can tell he had 14 years as a quarterback in the NFL with the way he's been able to stay patient on the sideline.
And we had a lot. I really enjoyed talking to him, and he said it right there. Patience is the key. Now you got a big split, and the corners are playing way inside where they should be.
First down and 19. Swing pass to Ned. USF chasing. USF finally able to pull him down. They get a chunk of those yards back on first down.
You know, and USF looks tired to me on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, they've been on the field the majority of the second half.
Yeah, they have, and I'll say it shows right there. Missed tackle by Moffitt. Nice blocking downfield. That was the center, Xavier Shannon. He got back legged. 2nd and about 8. Boy, this is a crucial. 6:40 already. The clock is just continuing to run.
Patrick again going deep for Williams. And Trey Williams on the coverage and a flag down near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that was right in the vicinity of Chandler Williams at the line of scrimmage. Huh. Excellent coverage by Trey Williams that time. Ball had to be thrown outside and was thrown out of bounds, really. This is going to...
The Bulls say it is against FIU, but it'll push FIU back, but the clock continues to click down.
Yep. Illegal procedure.
Illegal formation on the offense. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage. That penalty is declined. Third down.
That's on the wide receivers. And they did decline that one, which I totally agree with. That sets up 3rd and about 8 now.
But FIU has been money in the bank on 3rd down tonight.
Ball going to the tight end or number 1?
Or looking for a slant in some way, shape, or form. Keep an eye on Williams on the top of your screen, number 1. Under pressure, Patrick gets it away, and Ned had an opportunity to make a huge catch for the first down, but was not able to hold on.
That was Chris Robinson again, boy, and he really had the heat on Josh Patrick. And the amazing thing is he got a throw off that could have easily been caught for a first down.
All right, here you go.
Take a look. Here's Robinson chasing him down. But look where this ball ends up.
Ned has to make that catch.
Oh.
Ned has to make that catch. And now standing at the 10-yard line, the most dangerous of USF Bulls, Ian Randolph. Remember that first half he had? FIU not taking any chances. Doing a great job pinning it inside the 20. So.
And Jim Levitt's going crazy on the sideline. There was a flat tackle by FIU on the outside of their punt. I mean, he just tackled him, and the officials totally missed the call. And that's what Jim Levitt was going nuts on the sideline.
So South Florida, ball marked at the 17-yard line. They have to go that distance in order to tie or win this contest. 6:12 left to go. FIU with a 6-point lead. .6:12 left to go in the contest, in regulation anyway. 20-14 FIU clinging on to that lead. They've had the lead since early in the first half.
You know, the main issue here is the strength of this FIU team is certainly their defense. And again, with this young offensive line and their lack of production at running back, here's again the comparison of the quarterbacks. But Mr. Grothe right here has got a huge task ahead of him. Young redshirt freshman, boy, in a clutch situation like this.
From the 17, 1st and 10, down by 6. Grothe steps up. He's got a receiver near the 35-yard line. That's already with 1 touchdown tonight, and that's good for a first down, and that gives you some breathing room.
Sure does, and he put it right on the money against cover 2. He got it right over the corner's head and right underneath the safety. Excellent throw by Mr. Grothe.
And what a catch by Johnson. He's a sophomore out of Cape Coral, making his presence felt tonight. Here's another blitz. Grothe with room, takes off. Grothe near midfield, tripped up. And he could have gone a long ways.
Boy,
Bostic makes a touchdown, what may be a touchdown-saving tackle there.
The young man just has a knack for the game. He's got great vision. He sees it right here. He makes that instant decision, and it's a good one.
So the Bulls get it up to midfield very quickly, now at the 49-yard line. This is something the Bulls have not been able to do throughout this first half, or this second half.
This is going to be a 3-man rush again now. You got to be careful where you're putting the football
Grothe
here.
On the button to Johnson again. Another first down.
3 plays, 3 first downs. How about that? And every one by Grothe, and every throw right on the money, and then, of course, a key scramble.
And if you're the USF faithful here, you've got to go, where's this been?
Empty backfield set.
The Bulls have not been able to run the football throughout. The only guy that's had any kind of running success has been the quarterback, Grothe. And here he goes on the quarterback draw. Grothe, another first down. Very close anyway to a first down at the 27-yard line.
You know, they have moved about 50 yards here in about a minute, not even a minute. Putting it all on the redshirt freshman shoulder right here.
Smith in the backfield.
Yeah, that scares me a little because he's small, and against you worry about him being able to pick up blitzes. He's only about 170, 175 pounds. And they are in a blitz look right here.
3 seconds on the play clock. They get it away. Another quarterback draw. And Grothe on 2nd and short. Barely able to get it back to the line of scrimmage if he does that.
Yeah, he lost about half a yard, and this is going to set up 3rd and about a full 3 yards, Al.
They need to get to the 27-yard line to get a first down.
Well, you're definitely in 2-down territory here.
And look at this. Nobody in the backfield.
Putting it all on the quarterback.
5 wide receivers. Grothe scrambling.
Look out. Look
Nearly
out.
picked off. Nearly picked off. Looking for S.J. Green. That ball seemed to be in the air forever.
Threw it all the way across the field, from the left hash all the way across the field. And what happened is the play was supposed to go to his left, and there was a busted route right there. They're very, very fortunate right there.
South Florida calls a timeout. Singleton, excellent coverage.
It looks like he might have bent back some fingers on that one right there. But that was a busted route at the bottom of the screen. No question about that. That's what forced him to come off of his initial read. He was expecting an outcut and did not get it by one of the wide receivers into the short side of the field.
4th down and 3. If you're USF, you're going for it.
Yeah,
3:50 left to go in the contest.
But you know what? Let's see. South Florida still has 2 timeouts left. If for some reason they don't get it, there's still plenty of time to get the football back and have another attempt at it.
Jim Levitt thinking about what could have been tonight.
Well, you've
2
given
punt returns taken back for touchdown, pulled off the board because of penalties.
You've had 1 touchdown scored against the defense. You had an interception return. You had a punt return. As you said, you had 2 punt returns of your own called back. It's been a very frustrating evening.
3:50 left to go. And let's face it, the Sun Belt has certainly made a very good showing tonight. Troy dropping a heartbreaker at Florida State, number 9 in the country. And here's FIU holding on to a 6-point lead, 3:50 remaining.
Teams in the Sun Belt, you got Louisiana Lafayette, Louisiana Monroe, Arkansas State, Troy State, FAU, FIU. I think I got them all. I might have missed one. Boy, this is a pressure situation now.
You'll have one running back in the backfield, and he is splitting out.
Yep, you got an empty set here all the way. Now remember, all these receivers have to read the coverage and make the correct cuts.
Play the game right here. 4th down and 3 from the 30. USF down by 6. 3:50 left to go. Grothy with time. Over the middle. Had a wide receiver. Had Johnson open. Could not connect.
Well, that's a mistake by the young guy because he was very well covered and he zeroed in on that one receiver and was not able to come off of him, and he was covered like a glove. Credit Florida International. That was great coverage on him coming across the field.
Only 4 seconds tick off.
Yep.
Now it's up to your defense.
There's all kinds of time left, 3:46. Especially against a team that has struggled all night being able to run the football.
And if you're Don Strock, you're very happy to have a senior quarterback. And South Florida calling a timeout right here. 3:46 left to go in the contest. Florida International with the lead at 20-14. Al Keck along with Doug Graber. College football on ESPN 360. And what a ball game we've had tonight. The herd of thunder trying to thunder the USF Bulls and their defense into a big play here. 3:46 remaining.
Now you wonder when South Florida, they have 1 timeout left. You wonder if they're going to call it right away after the first running play. Based on that call, I would say they probably will.
Don Strock, of course,
He's
a Dolphins quarterback for 14 years. He knows how to coach his quarterback, a senior quarterback, and how to work the clock here.
He knows that if anybody's going to know, that guy right there knows. He's done it enough times.
At the 30-yard line, a big opportunity here for FIU.
Watch for the quarterback on naked bootlegs. He's not going to throw it. He's going to run it.
Hands off to Reams. Reams hit at the line of scrimmage. Patrick St. Louis who made a crucial tackle on the fourth and inches, making a big tackle there. But the clock continues to wind down.
Yeah, they still got a timeout, and they're going to let it run right here. If they run 3 running plays, South Florida's going to get the ball back with probably about 1:40, I'm guessing. Unless they get a first down, of course. Yeah, you watch this now. Being well coached, he's going to run this right down to about 2. Nope, we got it to 3.
Patrick looking for his tight end, overthrows it, and that will stop the clock.
That was a mistake. In my opinion, that is a bad mistake by FIU because they have stopped the clock. And they went back to that slant again, and they were all over it. I would not want to stop the clock right there.
3:01 left to go. Now, very interesting here, Don Straught. Do you put the ball in the air here, or do you simply run the football and try to take time off the clock?
I run some kind of a boot with the quarterback and run the football. Just tell him to run it.
And they hand off to the running back, Reams, and he gets Reams behind the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And was there a fumble? There was a fumble, and USF recovers.
They stripped it. They had to have stripped the football right there. Wow.
Richard Claver takes it away, and oh, what a huge play for USF. Now with 2:52 left to go in the contest, and USF down by 6, gets it at the 29-yard line.
Boy, that is an unbelievable play. I mean, you tell the running back in that situation, 2 hands on the football. Let's see what happens right here. Big hit right there.
It must have been. Oh, no, there it comes out.
Early. It came out early. Wow, that was just a flat fumble.
And Richard Clavert says, hey, Mom, look what I found.
Ben Moffitt stripped it right there with his right hand. Great job by Moffitt.
All right, from the 29, USF.
Blitz, he's got it. Oh.
What a defensive play. A beautiful tip coming out of nowhere. Corey Fleming.
He might have scored right there had it not been for that tip. Wow. Well, they came right after him on the first snap. Full blitz.
S.J. Green waiting for the football. That would have been near the 10-yard line. Second down and 10 from the 29.
Plenty of time. 2:40. Clock stopped after the incompletion.
1 running back, 4 receivers spread around. Grothy with time. Looking for Johnson. Johnson, touchdown, South Florida.
The redshirt freshman delivered. He threw one right on the money in a crucial situation. Crucial situation. Wow.
Now remember that missed point after early in the contest. It all comes down to this.
Look at this throw. Right on the money against cover 2. Safety couldn't get there to make the play. And remember, FIU lost the game last week due to a missed extra point.
Mike Benzer.
This is a big one for the young guy.
Crucial.
Benzer.
Good snap, good hold, and good kick.
Wow.
USF with 2:33.
A lot of
falling back to take the lead at 21-20.
A lot of time left here with a senior quarterback and a great senior receiver and a great senior tight end. Boy, it's right back on the defense now.
Richard Claybert recovering a fumble to set all this up, and then Taurus Johnson, a young man that had an incredible 14-yard run for a touchdown, followed by a 29-yarder there, and right now USF in control, leading by 1, 2:33 remaining.
Boy, take a look at this throw right down the sideline here. Fake run, but look at the throw right here, right on the money. Wow.
All that set up again by the fumble recovery.
And the strip by Ben Moffitt. Let's give him credit too. No question, he got his big old right paw in there and just pulled that ball right out. You know, it's really a mistake for the running back to be, I mean, you fight instincts, but he was fighting to get additional yardage there. Boy, you got to be just sick if you're Don Strock, because your guys have played their heart out. But remember, folks, there is a lot of time on the clock.
And FIU has 3 timeouts remaining.
And a senior quarterback that knows exactly how to work the clock.
And don't forget who's back to receive the kick for FIU, Chandler Williams. He's done everything tonight for the Golden Panthers.
Well, you know, Teachy's had a good night kicking off, Al. He's had, I think, 2 touchbacks for sure, and he has put the ball pretty good in the end zone. Let's see if he can do it again in a clutch situation.
Lionel Singleton also back to receive for FIU. And FIU would love to get a big return here.
And again, I don't think you even think about putting a squib kick on the ground. You've got a kid who has put the ball in the end zone, give him a chance to put it in the end zone. And that's what they did, and he did.
And he booms it.
Wow, what a clutch kick by Teachy.
So FIU will get it at the 20-yard line, 80 yards for a touchdown. You have to question their confidence in their kicking game right now.
Now remember, Al, the clock is going to start now when the referee puts it in play.
And Patrick a little slow coming on the field.
Yeah, now the clock is starting. I thought the official was a little slow starting the clock right there, to be very honest.
Jim Levitt is thinking the same thing.
Oh my God. South Florida had 12 defenders on the field. That was absolutely incredible.
So South Florida using its final timeout, and that may be its most crucial timeout when you consider there was a penalty about to happen.
There was some confusion whether the nickel defense was out there. That was Tyler Roberts. Wow.
Look at Jim Levitt working the referee. Could he be talking about how quickly they're putting the clock, getting the clock going when they?
Well, he's talking about holding. Okay. Somebody's holding. Maybe the official holding the clock. Who knows? Boy, this is going to be a wild one here. 2:18 to go.
Ball marked at the 20-yard line. 2:18 remaining. South Florida has come out of nowhere to take the lead. A crucial fumble recovery set up a 29-yard pass. Back Brophy to Taurus Johnson. Johnson his second touchdown in the 4th quarter, and the Bulls leading by 1. A missed point after in the 1st quarter after the opening touchdown has come back to haunt FIU again. Last week they lost the game on the road because of a missed point after.
And the Bulls have their nickel defense on the field.
Keep an eye on Chandler Williams. Pressure on the quarterback, Patrick. Pass incomplete.
Coach Levitt wanted a hold call right there. Excellent pressure by the front
four. And Levitt is livid.
He is going nuts on the sideline. He saw his defensive end get pulled down. I'll tell you, the front four, this young front four has really grown up with this football game, and they have had excellent pressure on Patrick.
2nd and 10 from the 20, 2:12 remaining. South Florida up by 1. Patrick steps up, tries to hit Williams.
Flag, we got a hold. No question about it.
All right, now a very interesting decision. You could have 3rd and 10, or you could back them up. What do you do, Coach?
You know what? You never turn down a holding penalty. I back them up here.
And a player down for USF.
Boy, they had that's Claybert.
Richard Claybert,
yep.
Who made the crucial fumble recovery to even put this game in this situation.
Tell you, Bernard, we're going to get the call.
Holding on the offense, number 50. That's a 10-yard penalty Remains second down.
Yep, they picked the penalty. You know, Bernard Clark has really done a great job with this young defensive front four. They have really brought the heat with just a four-man rush. That's Alan Cray right there. George Selvey, Woody George, Claybear. This is Claybear's first start. He's been all over the field tonight, Al.
Made that crucial fumble recovery to set up what turned out to be the go-ahead touchdown for South Florida. There's Stephen Nicholas.
Well, now, if you're FIU, you've got to go 90 yards. Of course, obviously, all you need is a field goal. Let's say you got to go 60 yards.
That being said, it's been the kicking game that put them in this situation, down by 1.
You have to wonder if Coach Levitt working the sideline there maybe having a little influence getting that last holding call. That looks like he's cramping up. The way he's coming off the field, that's cramps. That's a good sign. Yeah, he's cramping up, I believe.
Second down and 20 from the 10-yard line. 2:06 remaining in this contest. And believe me, for Jim Levitt, it will be the longest 2:06 you can imagine.
Second and 20.
Williams at the top of your screen. They're going to the tight end, Samuel Smith. Smith, pass behind him, had room.
A lot of running room, too. That was going to be at least a 10 to 15-yard gain. One of the few poor throws that Patrick has had tonight. Third and 20.
FIU still with 3 timeouts remaining.
Got the nickel defense in the game. Now Burnett is back in the game at safety. Cover 2.
Patrick with time, hits the tight end. The tight end gunning for the first down, but he's a couple of yards shy.
Boy, the corner was laying off so deep on the go route. That left room for that 17-yard gain. Fourth and about 2, huh, Al? Corner was off so far, rightfully so. Nice job by Burnett.
Fourth down and 2. FIU was 3 for 3 on fourth down tries against Middle Tennessee. They tried a 4th and inches earlier in the ball game and lost out on that to Patrick St. Louis and USF.
Yep.
But this is the big 4th down. 1:54 remaining. Don Strock talking very calmly to his quarterback.
Well, the strategy in this situation is really interesting, and the game hangs in the balance. I just got a feeling that you're going to see the ball headed to that big old tight end.
By the way, Cleaver back on the field for USF.
Yeah, he just was cramping up. He's been big tonight. He really has.
Fourth down and 2.
That's going to be Nicholas matched up against the tight end, and he's taking him right at the line of scrimmage, one-on-one.
Here comes a blitz. Patrick able to get it away, looking to hit Williams. Ball tipped, and the ball goes to USF with 1:50 remaining.
Now remember, FIU has 2 timeouts left.
And the Bulls have had trouble running the football tonight.
Yep, so you're going to get 2 runs, immediate timeouts, and they went to the slant one too many times. That's all it was. Oh, nice tip. That was tipped at the line of scrimmage right there. Wow. So there can be no interference on a ball that's tipped.
Woody George knocking the ball down, or at least getting some fingers on it.
And that's the best way to stop the 3-step slant, is to have your defensive lineman get up in the air right there. That's exactly what happened.
10 seconds on the play clock.
Hang on to the football.
Benjamin Williams spins his way over the 25-yard line, down to the 24.
I don't even want to see him fight for yardage, Al. I want to see him put two hands on the football, get it up in there, and go down. When you fight for extra yardage like that, you have a great chance of the ball being
Are you
knocked
surprised FIU hasn't called a timeout here?
Surprised? I am in shock.
They still have 2 timeouts remaining.
I cannot imagine what's
now
going on
under
right
a
here.
minute.
This is incredible. Play clock running down. Don't have much time now. 5. Good call.
Grothe just hanging on to it. You know they're going to try to strip it. But why did FIU let all that time go off the clock?
That's incredible. That is incredible right there. Now they called a timeout right there right away.
Timeout. Order national. Second charge timeout.
See Don Strock shaking his head. Can't quite figure that one out, Al.
.45 seconds remaining. South Florida, 3rd down and 6. Do you get the feeling they're not going to put the ball in the air here?
Well, yeah, if they did, I'll tell you what now. No, that's not going to happen. But anyway, 3rd and 6. Now let's just think of this now. Timing-wise, 1 timeout left. They can stop the clock here. I'll tell you what, this is going to get a little bit hairy as the clock is ticking down here.
Now, if you're USF, are you in 2 down territory?
Oh,
here?
absolutely. Oh, absolutely. That's
When it comes to 4th down, you're not going to kick the ball away. And I'm not going to try. If I'm them, I would not try a field goal in this situation because the last thing you need is for it to be blocked and taken back.
Yeah, the key issue here is when they put the ball in play after this next timeout. You know, and of course, FIU is going to have their offense ready to run on the field because they can't stop the clock. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get out. There you go. Nice job.
Grothe did work the clock and get a few seconds, 7 seconds off the clock.
Now remember, folks, obviously the clock is stopped. They're going to run one more play. But remember, the clock starts on the change of possession. And that is the key issue here. FIU should have, after this play, FIU should have their offense on the sideline, sprint on the field, and maybe even down or have a clock killer.
Right.
Have a clock killer do something to stop the clock from running. They'll have no timeouts left. And at least you'll have one offensive play for a Hail Mary or whatever, maybe 2. I like that strategy right there. There you see running backs coach Carl Franks and Jim Levin. I like the strategy of having Grothe even take a loss on the play, but run a few seconds off by moving around.
And speaking of Matt Grothe, we talked about on that touchdown drive, how would he respond in a situation like this? Remember, this kid is a redshirt freshman. He takes him right down for the score.
I'd say he answered any questions right there. I mean, he was cool as a cucumber, made every throw right on the money. Terrific, terrific job. But, you know, he's kind of a cocky kid. I noticed him smile a lot. He's having fun playing the game. He obviously loves football.
You know, the first 3 plays in that drive, he got first downs.
Yeah.
2 passes, and he ran for a first down.
Bingo, bingo, bango, right down the field they went. There you see center Nick DePona. Wouldn't be surprised to see a naked bootleg here by Grothe.
38 seconds remaining.
Nope.
And they hand off to
down.
Williams. Williams gets the first down. He's pulled down at the 12-yard line, and
that's the ball game right there.
could be it.
Oh, that is it, Al. 1st and 10 now. Now it's field time. Now it's field down time. That's all you got to do. Boy, the Williams sure picked a good time to make a guy miss, didn't he? Boy, I'll tell you, if you're Don Strock, you're sick. Your team has really, really played well, given a phenomenal effort here tonight.
2 weeks in a row on the road, and both times he loses because of a missed point after.
Yep.
And Grothe will simply take a knee, although there is a flag down.
I think FIU must have been offsides. Don't know. No, they say South Florida. Well, the foolish thing there is that stops the clock. The game was over. Now they're going to have to take a knee again. Illegal formation? I don't know. I can't quite figure this out. Did South, you know what? South Florida, I think, had 10 guys on the field and an illegal number.
Illegal formation. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage on the offense.
That's exactly what it was.
Second down.
That is incredible. They had 10 guys on the field. Wow. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, the game is over, but boy, you just can't make mistakes like that.
Grothe taking the knee, and that is the football game. Once again, South Florida pulls off a big comeback second half, and the South Florida Bulls run their record to 2-0. They beat Florida International at 21-20. FIU, heartbreak for a second straight week. They go on the road and take a team right down to the final moments, but a missed point after comes back to bite them for a second consecutive time. 21-20, South Florida with the victory over FIU. I'm Al Keck for Doug Graber. Thanks for joining us in Tampa College football on ESPN 360.